uncut, unedited, tell the truth, and shame the devil. I love being black. All right, people, come on in. Show this evening on a little early today, and I'm just trying to get my message out there. As you heard, this is breaking news as of yesterday. They found not guilty. 3 of the 5 cops is here on the screen. 2, they did their plea bargain and all that. So, I mean, we got a great topic to talk about. I tell you, this is real, people. This is real. Come on in, come on in. Make sure you text everybody. Let them know that Martin G, a.k.a. The Crime Chaser, I'm live, uncut, and unedited. This is where we tell the truth and shame the devil. I appreciate you guys for coming on this evening. And it's always a pleasure to have you as my guest, as you watching me. And I tell you, we're not on here trying to finesse you out of no money. We're not on here trying to run a guilt trip that you owe us something. We're not on here to condemn nobody. We're just here to tell the truth and shame the devil. That's what we're all about. And we don't want to lie on nobody. That's not our forte. You know, some folks, they'll lie, cheat, steal, do anything to get your attention. They even take off their clothes to get your attention. And that is not what we're trying to do, or nor do we practice that at all. I need you guys to come on in, come on in. Come on in, come on in. This is a terrible situation. Tyree Nichols was a young man. He was a skateboarder. And for them to brutally assault, beat him, and he died a couple of days later, that's a terrible thing, people. And we're not talking about white folks tonight, but we're talking about the system that we're part of. It's a system. Come on in, people. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Come on. It's a system. It's a system. Come on in, come on in. I appreciate you guys. I want you to look at this thing on the screen that I have so we can resonate. Look at these crooks. These are public, well, they were public servants. Serving and protect. And this is what you do to a young man. And we know, we've heard allegedly that it was all over a woman with one of them. So they headed out for the young man, Tyree. They headed out for him. And that's something else. And I talked about this 2 years ago. I never forget. 2 years ago, I posted it up. I reposted. Go to my videos. I reposted. And we're going to update. See, we living in a world where folks hate themselves and they want to be like other folks. They want to be just like the slave master. They want to be just like the slave master. But it's sad to say. They get a little money and they become important. But at the end of the day, you still are the Niger word. You still are that. Oh, yeah. But I'm glad to be living in the land of the living. We're living in a good day and time where everything is going to be revealed. All hidden things, all covered up things is going to be revealed. It's so much history. And when we read and find out about America dark history with blacks, African Americans, Africanzoids, melanated people, it's almost scary to think what kind of people would do these type of things to another ethnicity or race. What kind of people? And I want to say to those of us, it's not just a white thing. Well, white officers knocking off innocent black people. It's black officers as well. Now, Martin, I thought you support the police. I do support the police when they're right. But at the end of the day, I'm standing with my people. And I'm going to keep it 100. When I see dirty things like this, it disturbs my spirit. It disturbs my spirit. It really does. And this is wrong, people. It's wrong. It's definitely wrong, people. It's wrong. Young man died, I believe, 2 days later, Tyree Nichols. He died at the hands of these 5 officers. Was calling them all types of names when they was. Well, you said, well, Martin, all he had to do is comply and he'll still be living. Well, let me see you comply when somebody busting you upside your head, tasering you, and the first thing the body tell you to do is get away. There was no reason for him to be tased. 2 out of the 5 officers, they went and took a guilty plea already. The other 3 stood the test, took a chance. It's wrong, people. It's wrong. But it goes to show you, as long as it's a black person and not a white person, we'll set you free. This is the message that have been sent to us. But Martin, you always make everything about race. America was built on race. Don't give me that. It was built on race. It thrived on race. When you fill out your job application, it asks you your race. When you fill out a loan, it asks you your race. When you fill out an application to apply for college, it asks you your race. How many jobs have you ever applied for? Directly on the application. I'm not talking about giving your resume out. And it asks you what's your ethnicity, race. And you're right, Angel. Prayers goes out to the family. It's a sad situation. They don't like hearing stuff like what I talk about, but that's okay. This was going to stand at the end of the day, the truth. And that goes to show you, where is the outcry amongst black folks? And we know the video proved that they did this. We didn't have to guess. He didn't have a weapon. He didn't have a pistol. None. This is terrible, people. What type of country we living in? And I've always said, and I still hold, how could a person protect you when inwardly they hate you. And they look at you as less than. They view you as the enemy. And when they see you as the enemy, that means who's going to protect their enemies? Only black folks love their enemies. We're taught to love your enemies. Do good to those that despitefully use of you. We taught that. But we can't hate what God hates. I guess not. Oh, I'm telling the truth this evening. I'm going to tell the truth, people. And that's right. When you go to the doctor, Denise Gant, the forms ask you your race. They're keeping up with these numbers, so they know whether to make the numbers go up or go down. Black people, quit thinking if you go to school, go to church, go to work, mind your own business, nothing's supposed to happen to you. Well, I'm here to let you know that good people get sick. Good people have car accidents. Good people have bad relationships. Bad things happen to good people as well. Oh, I'm telling the truth this evening. Evilness and wickedness. That's what it is. Evil. It's a system. And let this have been a white boy. Do you think they would have been found not guilty? I don't think so. I don't think so. Black men, black ex-Memphis cops, y'all know y'all was low down for this one. Low down. I hope you repented to God. You low down for this. And you're supposed to be a prime example of the law. This is real, people. Look at these people on this live. Look at them. Look at them. These are the people that patrols the black community. Their mindset. They're no longer on the force, been forced to resign. We know that. 2 pleaded guilty. Had a plea bargain. People, we can't tolerate this type of behavior, not from the white man nor from the black man. And those that are black, you know better. Cousin Ronnie Johnson said the courthouse failed. Ronnie, I respectfully disagree with you. It didn't fail. It did what it's supposed to do. Remember, blacks are still viewed as less than. Now, if it had been a white boy, I guarantee you, Ronnie, it wouldn't have been so. It probably wouldn't even happen because they know better. They know better. The system is designed to keep a black man down. Well, Martin, there you go again. You making excuses. You victim blaming. Now, you know, America is the greatest country in the world, and we have our little freedoms, and, you know, you could be anything you want to be in this country, Martin. You know, I know you could be a doctor, lawyer, businessman. A black man was the president. You could be a CEO. You could be a president without no power. You could be a doctor without no power. You could be a preacher without no power. You could be an entrepreneur without no power. You could be all those things. And I'm going to go a little further than that. You can be, I want to make sure I say it right, because once you say it, you can't take it back. You cannot have power in this country, real power, if I may use that term. Because I understand. It didn't fail to do exactly. They sent the message to Black America. If anybody riding with our system and they do something to you, and I don't care if they look like you, we're going to make them not guilty. We know if that had been little Tommy, the outcome would have been a little different. We know that. You said, well, Martin, slavery was back then. No, it's right now too as well. Slavery haven't changed. It just changed forms. Haven't stopped existing. It just changed forms. Brother Ramsey Lewis said the rules and the law book was made and designed by the man. And when you hear me talking like that, I don't want you to think that I'm operating out a book of hate. And I'm not. Because some people don't understand hate. They think because you say I love being black, I hate everybody else. They think when you say black power, black love, black unity, they think you hate everybody else. But some of you don't even know me. You know of me. But for those of you that do know me personally, you know my character, what I stand for. Real talk. I have to tell the truth and shame the devil. The truth today, this is wrong. If I go out there and shoot and kill somebody or beat somebody to death, they're going to arrest me and lock me up and send me to prison. This man didn't have a gun, didn't have a weapon, but you beat him to death. And we all heard the word. We all heard through the grapevine, allegedly, they was all over a woman that didn't want one of these cops right here. They didn't want one of them. Allegedly. That's what we heard. That was the story. Now, black folks, the question is, when is enough is enough? When are we going to send a message and say never again, never again? We try to do boycotts by holding our money down. Some of us don't want to participate. Some of us make excuses not to participate. Some of us want to be in harmony with our white coworkers and say, I'm not a part of that. Because our white coworkers tell us, I don't see color. Now that makes us feel a certain way. They see it on the news. But when they see you, they don't see it. Come on now. Come on now. Wake up. Let's be a reality. How many of us right now work for the man? Even those that are entrepreneurs, you still work for the man. You said, well, Barton, but what are you talking about? I have my own this, I have my own that. That business license, you got to pay the man. The taxes, you got to pay the man. The rules, are made up by the man. Come on, somebody. Well, Martin, you making things so difficult. I never really looked at it like that. But look at it like that. You can't get your business license without checking in with the man. The bank that you put your money in is owned by the man. Come on, somebody. The materials that you go out and get is owned by the man. We don't produce anything but a bunch of mouth. I got to call them when they come in. This is serious, people. This young African-American male, black man, that could be your nephew, that could be your son or your grandson. We got the Mac we got a brother Mac morning show on here. All right, brother. I'm gonna sit back and let you do what you do. How you doing, brother? I appreciate you. Don't never let nobody tell you I don't. Go ahead.
Nobody could ever do that.
Yes, sir.
You know, this story came out of our region here in the Mid-South. I cover Memphis, Shelby County in North Mississippi and Western Arkansas in that region. And I remember the night this happened. And I was horrified when we reported on it, and it just didn't quite sit with a lot of people. Like you said, these is brothers, man. This ain't the white folks. Now, just like you said, we just can't say it's the white folks. It's the mentality of the police these days. It's their, put it this way, they think that they can get away with the things that they white brethren can get away with. Well, what we see here is there's some people in some high places somewhere derailed this trial. And I'm going to throw this out to you. 8 black women and 4 white men. Come on, brother. This man had a mother and a father and a stepfather and people that loved him. I could not see how any black woman anywhere could vote and say that what was shown was not unalivement. Period. Simple. No amount of money is going to bring that young man back. I understand that. I know that his family, they're good people and everything, but it's the principle of the matter. We're in a weird time spiritually too, Brother Martin. And
yes,
let me tell you why. And I'm going to show you this. Of course, everybody done heard about the man over there in Rome coming from Dalton. You know, he was raised in Dalton and born in Chicago, and everybody happy about this and that. And I know that politically, Trump may have his man now because this man is in charge of 1.6 billion, 1.7 billion people around the world, and he is the leader of that little nation over there. They're a sovereign nation, but they got 1 billion people that belong to that sovereign nation. And a lot of the most wealthiest Catholics in the world are in the United States of America. Joe Biden, our former president, he's Catholic. Them Kennedys, all them folks, there's a lot going on that this man has power, and he's an American. Who would have ever thought? Now, come on, Mark, you know where we come from. Who would ever thought? It's just like when we were thinking about Mayor Daley and them say, it'll never be a black mayor in the city of Chicago. I said it, my mama said it, until Harold Washington come along. And I'm just simply saying that this madness that's going on in this country, something has to happen. And I say God got a sense of humor when he did that from the South Side. He from Beverly, all around in there, down in Dalton from the Southland. And what I'm saying is, and on a serious note, we better pay attention to what's happening around this world and around this country. Look at this young man, man. They didn't have to do that to him. They didn't have to unalive this young man. This young man was helping young people. He's just artistic. And then, like you said, over a woman. Now, who do we think we are that we're going to be ruling over somebody and making them our piece of property like we slaves or something? And brothers got that kind of bad. We got to straighten our act up. As we know better, we ought to do better. Now, I admit that there's some things and some actions that we may do in our lives, brother, but then look at what we're looking at. We ought to be outraged about what's going on that screen. Look at that boy's face. Look at how he is. He's gone and he's buried and everything. But look at what his mother and his parents had to look at, all because of a jealous rage. 5 men losing their careers and their reputation. Their family will never be liked or anything. And look at what's happening. And we don't look at it from a standpoint of them being acquitted. Now let's look at that for a second. They're going to do federal time. They may do about 20 years. But they did not want to do state of Tennessee time. If they had to do state of Tennessee time, they would have had to do that first and then do their federal sentence. Well, if you got a life sentence in Tennessee, you ain't going to the federal joint. The federal joint is the country club. That's where they sent Martha Stewart and all the rich politicians. They go to the country club. But they'll send us black folks to the Supermax out in the western, out west in Colorado under the ground or some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Criminals, white collar, blue collar. What I guess is black collar if it ain't nothing else. But I'm saying this. This is a result of bad leadership. Nobody's watching, and a bad police culture. We never seen nothing like, now where are all the civil rights workers? Where are all the people that speak up for us? Why did they sit back? I know the lawyers are loving it because, they're going to settle. The city's going to settle the suit with them. But these are the people, what's going to happen to the community? A whole community. And what about those other, and those brother, police officers, brother, that we might know? There's some that are decent that I know that are in my family, things like that ain't no crooks like this, man. That we know, like you go out on crime scenes, you go out on crime, no telling where you'll be at. And you have to have a relationship with law enforcement in order to have access. And to see brothers like this and people that you interact with on a daily basis, it's heartbreaking, and I know that it is. Like, man, y'all brothers did this to this boy like this, man. Y'all didn't have to do this to this man. And that's my sentiment on that. We ran that story, and it's just horrific, man, how things are. And thank you for the information from the other show, too, the statistics. And we're going to really got to get together and do a whole video on that, Martin, because people just, it went over their head. Look at the statistics, folks. But they put these boys on there. But what about them police up in New York? The correctional officers that beat the boy to death, going into the hospital, just whooping them, kicking them, and everything. White boys. Well, it's quiet. We ought to be mad all the way around. I'm gonna say that. That's all, Martin.
No, brother Mac, before you go, I know you.
What's your opinion about it?
Yeah, I want to ask you. Why you think, I'm just asking you because you're more closer to this than mine. That's your area. I've been following it since it happened in January 2023. What are they saying down there? What is it? What's your vibe that you're feeling from the people?
I get a slave mentality vibe.
Okay.
Mind your business, shut your mouth, and move on along. Or you don't know who it is. We got the black folks working for it. It's not just white police now. Now we got some brothers out there that's gonna do the bidding of the white folks. They scared, Brother Martin. They scared. They scared. That where I'm coming from. There's a fear still in the South, man. That people are. You still got sundown towns. Truck drivers are missing, going to pull over in certain truck stops they ain't supposed to pull over into, and they're coming up missing. Truck is still there, everything is there, and the driver is gone. So we still living in the lynch mentality. I'm not saying they with the white robes and riding horses. They've been a little bit too sophisticated for that. But I think that we need to watch our surroundings, watch the things that are around us, man, and what's happening. Things are not happening for a reason, and I'm not surprised, but be prepared. That's my thing. We can be prepared, brother, and be aware. Also, what I wanted to say, there were some people that was commenting about something that I said about weapons. And I'm not an advocate of violence, going to whoop nobody and all that stuff and riding and all that stuff. But when it comes down to protecting your family, when it comes down to protecting those that you love, and when it comes down to that, you better take care of the business that you have to take care of. Don't go out there looking for no trouble. But then don't be going around letting nobody push you around neither. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying that as we are the new leaders, people are listening to you and I, you know, and we ain't just preaching, follow us and do this and that. Think about where we are, people. We're in the worst time in the civil rights movement because they're hiding their segregation. They're hiding their racism. They're trying to take away that they know that we need, and that's our income and our money, man. They want to get us in a position where we are once again slaves. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to talk.
No, brother, you good with me. You give me the same amount of time. But we need to hear this, brother. Go ahead.
Well, Martin, it's a sad thing. It reminds me of, I heard stories of my grandparents. My mom would tell me, but I heard mostly from my oldest brother who went to school and everything here in the South, and he was a part of the Freedom Riders. And little bitty old fella, Sam McCray, everybody knows him. And back then, brother, he was telling me, he said, James, he said it was so dangerous at one time. He said they would intimidate you. They will scare you and they would take your land from you. And you got a shack of a house and you're a sharecropper. You had to go to their store. They gave you credit. And at the end of the year, man, you owed them. These are the horrific stories. They said that when wintertime come, they had to put newspaper. Some of my cousins, them had to put newspaper in the cracks of the wall or you almost freeze. And your children, you got to eat every day, but if there ain't no crops to pick, you better make sure and our folks had to come up with remedies like slaughtering the hog, smokehouse. That smokehouse was our deep freezer because the salt, they learned how to cure their meat to a point that you had something to eat year round if you killed the hog. And you had to grow your vegetables and can them. What am I saying? We are survivors. But these people are playing us like cheap, and they still got some of our people, man, thinking that they back in slavery days. That's from the politicians on down. People still hold their head down when white people are talking to them. And yes, sir, I hear yes, sir, and no, sir, no, and all that. I said, wait a minute, this is 2025, man. What do you mean we got? I'm sorry, no, but it's 2025, Martin. And this ain't gonna be happening. Come on, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, brother. Listen, I have one more question to ask you. Now, tell me. I think you did say what was the makeup of the jury? How many whites? How many males? How many females? How many blacks? What was the makeup of the jury? I need to know that too as well because I know you right there. I know you know that information.
The makeup of the jury were eight black women, and 4 white men.
Oh no. Hold it. Sisters, black sisters, you mean to tell me that all this mayhem that we see, young black men getting killed? I ain't talking about the ones that shooting back at the police. I'm not talking about the ones that pointing guns at the police and threatening the police or charging. Well, I'm not talking about them, but I'm talking about the ones that clearly that didn't have a weapon and really wasn't a threat. And mean to tell me you was intimidated to convict these guys? Come on now, black woman.
8 of them. Unanimous vote. It was unanimous. Nobody disagreed. What happened in that jury room? What was going on up in there? What little bitty stuff up there? I ain't need to go there.
Lord have mercy.
What you gonna think? These are mothers, man. These are sisters. These are aunties. These are cousins. Somebody's friend. Somebody's loved one. And you sit there and you watching the videotape. You watching everything. Even though they weren't from that area and they asked for a jury outside the county, which I would have fought for and had the people that live there be on the jury. There's a difference now. They got a new jury. They got a whole new jury from somewhere else. Okay? So no black woman. I can't see no black woman.
Me either, brother.
Let it be 8-4. Let them white boys quit, not be the sisters that's on the jury, man. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to go there.
But you're right, brother. Man, I can't believe 8 black women. I was under the assumption that it was all just predominantly all white juror. That's what I was under the assumption of, Brother Mac. Matter of fact, y'all make sure y'all go follow this brother.
You gotta have a jury of your peers.
Huh.
Yeah, but look, you gotta have a jury of your peers. That would have looked funny if there were no black folks on there. They said, okay, we're gonna make it friends. We're gonna mix the community, you know, because they had one white boy, and then I guess that's what the 4 white boys was for. And they had 8 black women. I've never heard of such foolishness. What was the black men there? Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. But you know, brother. Okay. Okay, brother.
Hey, man, I'm going to investigate a little more.
We get together.
I'll keep you posted. You know, anything I know, you know.
Okay. Yes, and if you, Brother Mac, if you need me in the morning, I'm available in the morning. Okay. If you need me in the morning, I'm available. So just send me the link. Okay. All right. 214. I see your 312. Just hold on. Area code 214. Come on, caller. Thank you for holding. Thank you for holding, caller. This is terrible. Come on, brother.
Man.
I'm upset, brother. I'm upset. I've been following this for a long since it started. Day one. I'm upset, brother. Go ahead. Say what you got to say. Lord have mercy.
Bro, I was so upset. I texted you.
Yeah, I know. I seen
you in all caps.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm screaming, and then I didn't know what the makeup of the jury was. One person I heard today was telling me it was all white jury.
That's what I thought it was.
No, that don't sound right. Now Memphis is a mostly black city, so I wasn't kind of buying that. And then to find out it was 8 females, 4 males, and I'm sitting here, I'm like, this was different from Rodney King, because they moved the Rodney King trial out to Policeville.
Right.
We knew what that was when they moved the trial out to Simi Valley. We already knew that was going to be an acquittal. But to be in downtown Memphis, Shelby County, in a place that's probably about 58% or 60% black, and y'all watch y'all brothers beat this boy down to a pulp.
Be Red.
It's okay.
Big Red, let me say something real quick.
It's okay.
Let me just say this real quick. A lot of y'all black women, and I'm going to say it, and I don't care if you get mad at me or unfollow me, don't make a difference. Y'all view the black man in the same eyesight as the white man. He lazy. He ain't a man. He a drug dealer. He beat women. That's the view a lot of y'all think. Just like the white man. Just like him. I got to tell it. That's why we have problems in our homes, in our relationships, because there's no respect for the man. Then how can you put conditions on love if you love somebody, or on respect? If a black man ain't got a bag, you ain't respecting them. That's wrong. I'm still sticking with the subject, but this is dead bogus. This is bogus. The man didn't have a weapon or nothing. The man got up and ran for his life. And they caught up with him. Go ahead, B Red. We got a couple more calls. Go ahead. I just had to say that. Lord.
I'm gonna make it brief. I'm gonna refer back to some lyrics from the days of old. You remember those lyrics? You know, black police showing out for the white cop. Then that's always been this way. We're going to have to stop looking at these brothers on these police forces and fire departments because they blue. Because, see, you got to be indoctrinated. You know, they're a gang, too. So this particular gang, the color is blue. And you're going to have to be blue over everything else. And for them to stalk this boy, get him out of his car when they could have handcuffed him, then even if they had gotten really rough with him right there at his car. No, y'all let him slip off. Y'all chase him into the neighborhood. He was 6 houses down from his mama's house, screaming at the top of his lungs, they trying to kill me. And then we get the sisters down there in a town, which I know they are sick of the violence in Memphis. And that's another part of this too, brother. Memphis is about as bad as Chicago. These brothers shooting and killing each other down there over nothing. And so I can, you know, when I was discussing with some other people, I'll make it brief. And I was like, you know, maybe this was the community saying we sick of all of this. You know, we sick of the crime amongst these young brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But you still don't give a verdict like this because the next time something happens, it might be one of your family members.
Mm-hmm.
You see, now you just sent a strong message to the whites in that community. Oh, we can do whatever we want. Their own women don't give a damn about them. So why should we? But I'm going to go ahead and let you go on, Martin.
Okay, appreciate
I'll
you.
listen and
Okay.
participate if you want me to.
You can.
I'm busy right this second.
Okay, you can.
Just put me on hold there.
Okay, no problem. I'll put you on mute. Okay. 3268. Come on, caller. I think that's Roosevelt. Go ahead.
What's going on, Martin?
Hey, Mr. Roosevelt, how you doing?
Yeah, man. Thanks for sending me the link to the program because
Yes.
I looked at my recents and stuff and did not see it in the history. So
Okay.
And you came on early tonight, so thank you for exploring this topic because this is just utterly sad as far as I'm concerned. I mean, because you saw it. I mean, as blind as I am, I saw it.
Mhm.
Everybody else saw it. This is not something that, someone told us about or that we've read about or anything like that. No, our eyes did not deceive us. This is something that all of us saw. These, and the worst part, and everybody wonders when I say this, why I said I absolutely hate black police officers. Everybody saw these black police officers beat this boy. They beat this boy. It's hope there was nothing, absolutely anything left to beat. And then for this jury, made up of mostly black people, to free these animals, I think it's completely unconscionable. To this point and everything, and I'm trying not to say too much because, I could say whatever, but I just don't want to get you in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we need a revitalization of what happened in late May of 2020, all over this country. Because I think of something that when that happened, I think the country was beginning to wake up, but I'm beginning to think that they're slowly beginning to fall back asleep. So maybe us as black people need to reawaken them again with another rebellion. And yeah, you're the caller that you had before me, should I say, he was right that. To me, it's something, whenever I see a black officer, I don't see no black officer. No, they're blue. Because there's this new movie out called Black and Blue. I was up there watching it yesterday. It's on Stars, to where, and they have a scene in this movie to where, there was a bunch of like black people fighting and whatever, and then these were two black officers, and the one black officer, he was really aggressive and everything, took one guy or something and beat him up and all this stuff, and the female officer was up to say, well, why did you have to do that anyway? And then, first thing he said, this is a black officer, saying, well, they're not your people, because you now that you're with us now, you're blue. You're no longer black. So that's the attitude that they have. It's a us against them mentality, to where they look, even though they're black officers, they look at all of us, people even like me and you, who are not even participating in this kind of crime, just like we're animals, just like they're not a part of us. They equip these people, but they wonder why a man in Ohio decided to take something out on another officer when his son got killed. You're going to see much more of this. This will grow, and it should.
Beautiful. Okay, guys, before we go to the next person, I want you guys to follow my main man, the Mac Morning Show on YouTube. It's right there on the screen. It's my buddy. He got a guest coming in the morning. That lady got put out of the Harvey. I think she was an alderman. Man, that's a great guest there. Great guest. Yeah. Cousin Ronnie Johnson. All right, now we're going to have to fight. He said, black women have shown their true colors toward black men. They have been wishing death on black men over not voting for Kamala Harris. I've heard that he's not lying.
What it is. That's exactly what it is. That's what it is.
Oh, man, let me read that again. Let me read it again. Black women have shown their true colors toward black men. They have been wishing death on black men over not voting for Kamala Harris. If that's you, woman, you need to repent. My. Anything else, Roosevelt? Go to the next caller. Go ahead.
He's 100%. He's 100% correct, because after she lost, what did a whole lot of black women?
Yeah.
They was up there saying something. Well, we're gonna go on a strike for us who are married in relationships. They're saying that maybe they should withhold sex from the black man for 4 years, and whenever a black person gets killed by police, we shouldn't come out for black men because they didn't show up for us or whatever. In this election, helped to get Kamala, elected. That's all this is something. It's just like a whole political play, all because the so-called sister girl didn't get off.
Mm-hmm.
It's all revenge. I mean, but it's all political stuff, because that stuff is fixed anyway. But whatever stuff like this that really counts come down, this is just terrible.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, Roosevelt, let's go to the next caller. Hold on. I'll keep you in. 9433. Go ahead, call. 9433.
Hey, Martin, how you doing? I want to say that all of us sisters is not bitter, but I'm going to say this. They had the power in their hand, and they should have changed it. I've been following this story, too. And when God gives you the power to do something, you're supposed to do it. All of us is not bitter.
Okay.
They had the power in their hand. The aunties, the grandmas, they had the power laying right there in their hand. And they should have convicted. Now, right is right, wrong is wrong, one. And those police officers was wrong. No, I love my black men. I love my black brothers. I don't wish no death on them, because y'all already got it. It's already. So all of us is not bitter. All of us is not bitter.
I agree. Okay, that's it, sister. All right. Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
All right.
I think that's Marcus, 9449. Marcus, 9449. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Forgive me, I'm outside.
I know.
I'm heading to this event, but I had to chime in on this. What happened in Memphis is wrong. There's no getting around it, and God is looking down on those jurors, and He's frowning on them. I hope they don't profess and believe in God, because that videotape does not lie. People are tired of these police officers getting off with murder, whether it's black or white. But the black ones, they're not black; they blue. They just as worse. Some of the black ones are just as worse than some of the white ones.
No, they're worse.
Well, I mean, that's what I mean.
All of them. They're worse.
You can't, Roosevelt, I have to say some. Just like they say all of us are the ends, and all of us are just like the young kids running around here robbing people, and not all our kids are out here doing that, and not all of us are doing that, and not all black businesses are bad businesses. So I have to say some. So what I'm trying to say is, that's predominantly an all black city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you got black women on the jury, right? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah,
black women on the jury.
Eight black women.
Some black women, they have this mindset, just like you said, that black men are lazy, that they don't want to work. And I don't think it's about the election. I think it's just the way that they think. And they always think, in our society, in American society, we don't want to accept the fact that you have corrupt police officers out here. But they show you every day on these TV shows. They ain't just making these stories up.
Mm-hmm.
They're based on reality. And so we want to believe that the police is always right when the police is not always right. They're wrong, and they're wrong when it comes to us. And I don't even live in Memphis, but I am outraged at what I saw. And shame on all of those jurors. They can't say they believe in God. What God do you believe in if you didn't convict these murderous cops? People are tired of it. And I will say it on your show. Somebody said it on WVON earlier. They said that it's going to come a time where we see what happened with this other guy who killed an innocent cop, but he killed that cop in retaliation to the cop killing his son. They're going to start killing these cops, and then they're going to be calling these people monsters when they're really not monsters, because the system keeps letting these murderous cops go free. It's going to be many more riots. And then they're going to be saying they're tearing up their city because they're not being heard by their city government. They're not being heard by these judges that's letting these people walk free. If me or you murdered somebody, we'd be sitting in jail. But when the police kill somebody, they have these 2-year trials. They raise a GoFundMe. Well, we need to boycott GoFundMe too, because when this guy started raising money, they shut his account down. But when they was raising money for Kyle Rittenhouse and George Zimmerman, they let that go. So black people need to stop using GoFundMe and send them a message. If you're going to do it for both sides. Our society has accepted this, and they see us as a threat. You can be the good ninja. You can be the bad ninja. They still see us as ninjas, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know
they
what
see us as a threat. Black cops see us as a threat, too. They're trained. They're trained like a dog. I hate to say it like that, but they are trained to fight. And guess who they trained to attack? Their own blacks. Their own blacks. They don't see you as a black brother. They blue. And they trying to look good before the white man to earn a promotion. They blue. But that's not all of them. Some of them are real down to earth. But you got the some that's out there that's corrupt that we don't want to pay attention to. We want to ignore it. Not all police are good police officers. Not all decisions that they make are good decisions. They shouldn't be out there. At the end of the day, these are people behind these badges. And some of them are probably involved in the game. They probably a part of the street life. And they use that badge as a way to punish their ops. I got to go into this event.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Marcus.
You came on at the right time, but you came on at the wrong time.
That's okay.
Running this event.
All right, good. Okay, good. We're gonna go back to Be Red. Be Red. We're gonna putting
myself on mute.
Okay, go ahead, Marcus. Be Red, go ahead. We're taking more callers, people. Go ahead, Be Red. 872-299-0808. We're gonna take more callers, people. We want to hear your opinion. I want to hear from some black women. What was you thinking, black women think? Let's come on, Be Red. Go ahead. 872.
Yeah, I'll wait for you to finish. Bruh, this oh my God. Man, I almost don't have words. We discussed the brother that was and I'm not gonna flip the topic on, but I do have to mention it because it's been mentioned. The fastest way to put a stop to this is the way that brother in Cincinnati handled it. And we should have been doing it a long time ago. All this begging and I forgive the police and all the protesting and all the other things that we've done to try to comply. And then when you get one of these young men, it's the first thing come out of his mouth if you piss him off is, look, nigga, straight like that. He ain't playing no games with you. He gonna call you that before the white man would. The white man, we show some restraint before we go to the N-word with you. But these brothers, they don't come straight out at you. And you was like, yeah, bro, coach, you know, oh, no, ain't no cutting no slack. They gonna tell you quit. No, you get no break from me. Well, god dang, bro. If I can't get a break from you, I might well be talking to your boss. Go on and call him out here. Because it gets to be these situations, Martin, this is beyond ridiculous. Just do your damn job. Just do your damn job.
Hold it, bro.
Put the man on the ground. If you thought he did something wrong, put him in cuffs and take him in.
Hold it, brother. Hold it. Somebody said, Martin, y'all loud and wrong. It was an all-white jury. Well, I've just been...
I heard that today.
You heard that today. Well, we need to Google that because Mac man, he's normally good on his information. It was all...
I'm going to go with Mac.
I'm gonna go with Mac too, because he normally.
He down there, ain't he?
Yeah, that's his area. That's what he covered.
He's down there.
That's what he covered.
So he like boots on the ground.
Yeah, that's what he covered.
It would have been a bigger story if it was an all-white jury. I mean, that would have been the first thing that came out of his mouth. Was, hey, this was an all-white jury.
Plus, that would have been understandable.
Yeah, we would really dig that. But we still talking about Shelby County, bro. We're talking about an all-black county, 60% or more.
Okay. Well, hold on.
It just doesn't make sense.
Be Red. Hold it. Let me take these two calls. I'm going to come back to you. Let me take these two callers. Okay. I'll see you 901. Just hold on, 901. I got one before you. 336. Go ahead, caller. 336. You next. Right now.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
All right.
I just wanted to call in. I heard it was an all-white jury, so I'm not sure. Somebody said it was all black on your show, but I thought it was
No,
all white.
he said it was.
And
I think he was like 8 women or
women.
something. 8 women and 4 white men. Yeah, 8 black women. That's what I heard.
Okay.
So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna do a little bit more investigation, but normally pretty accurate on this information. But we're gonna find out.
Okay.
We'll find out
because the argument was, well, that wasn't his peers, you know. So that was another thing that they were saying. It wasn't his peers if it was all white, and they moved it out of his county, you know.
Right.
So that's another thing. I also wanted to call to tell you, I got 6 brothers, and I'm raised the son. So I am pro-black man, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to let you know the sisters are behind you guys.
Okay.
You know, everybody has their faults. No,
Right,
you don't
right.
like some of the stuff that, you know, that the black man do. Y'all don't like some of the stuff the black women do. You know what I'm saying? But it's not nothing that we're gonna throw you away. We're gonna stand behind our black man. We want us to be able to overcome. We have to stick together.
Huh?
We have no choice but to stick together. You know, especially in what we watch from Trump and everything that's coming our way, we have to stick together. So I just wanted to say that, but I got to research more about the jury.
Okay, me too. Because listen, if I'm wrong, I'll come back and straighten it out. Yeah.
Me too.
Okay, I'll do that. So I don't have a problem with that. Okay. Well, thank you. We're gonna go. Okay, Eric Cole 901. Everybody mute your mic, because I'm gonna have to mute it for you. 901 next. You're live, uncut, unedited. Let's go 901.
Mark.
Yeah, go ahead.
How y'all doing?
We're good. Good to have you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. They got the juror from Harrison County. It's on the east side of Chattanooga.
Okay.
So they went a long way from Memphis. They went a long way from Memphis to get a jury because they said if they got it out of Shelby County, which is Memphis, they wouldn't get a fair trial.
Okay.
So that's the move they pulled with that. That's the move they pulled with that. They find the whole thing behind this. The family sued the city, so that's why they kind of direct the state charges. So for the city, they trying to wiggle out that lawsuit. They were like for like $5 million some dollars.
Okay. Okay. Somebody.
Also, the police chief.
Go ahead.
Chief Davis put their unit together. She put their unit together, the Scorpion unit, but she has a history of doing that because in Atlanta, she's behind the Red Dogs.
Okay.
If anybody from Atlanta, they're doing the late 80s, early 90s, know about the Red Dogs. They weren't nothing nice. So she's known for putting units like that together.
Oh, okay. Wow. Now let me ask you a question, brother. 901.
They were dating the same woman.
901. You from Tennessee, right? You Tennessee, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now what? Okay, I know it because I know the area code. Now let me ask you a question. Now, what color was the juror? The jurors?
All the jurors white. It was all white.
Okay. Well, we're wrong. It was all white. You know that for a fact?
No, they're for a fact. All white.
Okay. Did you see them?
That's understandable.
Okay.
Then they're from East Tennessee, so they don't care what's going on in Memphis. All they just saw was a black man.
Okay. Now let me ask you a question. 901. How do you know it was all white?
Oh, that's all they stay out there. No black stay in East Tennessee.
No blacks.
Past Nashville, it's very few. Once you get past Nashville,
so
you ain't gonna find too many white.
So you basing that on the population? That's what you're basing it on.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
I need some facts. I need the facts, bro. So do me a favor. When I put you on hold, see if you can Google that and pull up the jurors. You know, if you could do that, because you right there. Because you should know more than all of us. Because you right there. Now you know. But go ahead. You ain't done. Go ahead.
Once you start getting to the Smoky Mountains, there's most of the white people. Knoxville, east of Chattanooga, all the Rocky Top, all this most of white.
Okay.
Gatlinburg, all this stuff white.
Okay. Kimberly Wilson.
I pull it up, but I can pretty much put on everything that Everybody white. It was all white jury.
Okay. All right. Well, I stand to be corrected. I stand to be corrected. Okay. If you could find it, come back, man. Just hit me up. Say, hey, Marlon, I got it. Just stay with me. I ain't gonna. Okay, cool. Come on, Bill. I got one more after you. Go ahead, Bill. 630. Yeah.
Hey, Martin. I heard it was an all-white jury, but you can't always believe what the media say. Either way it goes, whether it was 8 black women on there, which would seem to me to make it even worse, seeing that they should be looking at that could have been.
Hold on, Bill. Hold on, Bill. E. Maria Flowers, call in. 872-299-0808. E. Maria Flowers, call in. I want you to call in. Be my special guest tonight. 872-299-0808. Call in. I'm gonna put the number on the screen so you can call in. I'll be waiting on your call. Go ahead, Bill.
Yeah. Either way it goes, with what everybody saw in the video, it would be disgusting both ways. But I like to know exactly who was on the jury. But it's crazy any way it go, man. Because even if it was 8 white women, where's the compassion? And either way it go, who were these 4 white men that was on there, that jury? 4 white male jurors. Who were they to, well, I can't say they the ones who influenced it, but 9 times out of 10, looking at our history, they probably played a part. We just know that anywhere it go, it was wrong, and it needs to stop. That's all I got to say.
Okay, we're gonna go next caller, 0518. Come on, caller, 0518.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
I feel like it, and I'm just off experience. I don't think it matters the nationality of the jurors. It don't matter because I don't believe a lot of people understand how the jury process goes. A lot of people ain't had jury trials in their lifetime. I have, and at an early age where I even took notes, etc. And I was in, I won't say beef competition or whatever with one of the baddest judges in the state of Illinois, Michael P. Toomer. He heard a lot of trials. He's not too long recently passed. But the process in the jury selection, it could have been 10 sisters. They still know how to pick the ones from the questionnaire that they ask them, or the questions that, they get cross-examined in to see where the person's mindset at. You see? So they can still manipulate it that way. It don't matter the nationality. It's about the mentality of the juror who they picking or selecting to sit up there on the stand. So it don't matter who it was. You see what I'm saying? It's the mentality of it. Just like they pushing the mentality of this. So it's okay for these brothers to get away with that. So now it's okay for the other race to get away with it. You see what I'm saying? They sending out certain messages. Also, they're sending out a hatred message too.
Mm-hmm.
For us to hate our own. Look at our own in a bad light. But it's other similar things that's involving Europeans, and they not putting no light on it. But it's a mental thing that they playing on the public.
Okay. All right, brother. I appreciate you. Listen, Miss Me Flower. I'm not calling you, dog. I just said, come on, be my special guest. If you got the receipts, you got the receipts. Well, ain't no need to fall out. I mean, come on now. This is what we base our stuff on: live, uncut, unedited, tell the truth, shame the devil. And I still hold what I said. A lot of black women view black men the same way the white man view us. I still stand on that, regardless if it was an all-white juror or not. I stand on that and I hold on that. That's not going to change my opinion because if it was all white, if it was, or if it still is, I don't know. Mac, man, go ahead, my brother. You're back, 662.
Okay, hey man, forgive me. I had to come back and get that correction. And your viewer was technically right. I don't have the confirmation, but I sent you something on your regular phone line. And if I got the information that I had gotten, man, I didn't. And if what is true and will be verified, I always like, if I make a mistake, I'm going to come and say I made a mistake. It was my fault. And I need to correct this because I don't want false information to get out. Hardeman County, they didn't come from Shelby County. They came from a county called Hardeman County, which is not too far from Shelby County. And there's a good possibility, I'm not saying a person was wrong or right, I haven't confirmed it, that it was an all-white jury. If so, that's a violation really of those gentlemen's rights too, because they should have a jury of their peers. Well, I don't think all white folks is your peers, but if that's what they picked, that's fine. I don't know.
Right.
But let me check. But if I stand corrected, I sent you something.
I
texted
it
to you so that it could be some clarification. And forgive me for my miscalculation on that. But the original information that I had got, it was 8 women and 4 white men.
Okay.
8 black women and 4 white men, but that's the information I got at first. But then I looked and I tried to pull some stuff, and I did pull some stuff where I saw where it was an all-white jury. So we'll get it straight. I wanted to put my apologies out there. It wasn't you. It was on me. Okay.
Well, the problem I said, but I still hold, Mac, man. Right. Okay. I still hold that a lot of black women view black men in the same eyesight as white men. Lazy, no good for nothing, not good fathers and all that. I still hold on to that. Period.
If these white women, and if it was the white women, brothers, you better really look out of the white women that you're trying to pick to be with. Look at what they're saying. We don't care about you either. Either way, it's a travesty.
Right.
So, but okay, I'm going. Okay, I know you got other guests. You go ahead and do what you got to do. I'll holler back at you.
All right, go ahead, Sarge. Sarge. I heard Sarge. You must have hung up.
I had to unmute. I had to unmute my phone.
Go ahead, Sarge.
I sent you a link.
Okay.
And a screenshot. It said that on the news, this is on the news, they're saying the jury was majority white.
Okay. Okay.
That's who doing dishes?
I don't know, y'all.
Somebody doing dishes.
Taking a bath.
Yeah, taking a bath. What's happening?
Go ahead, son.
Trying to give us a hint? What the hell is going on up in here? The jokes make themselves. It's live and uncut.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's information I've gotten.
Okay. Hey, Sarge. But Sarge,
what I saw.
Sarge, you know we bring receipts on this station. You know that, brother. If we wrong, we stand up, we be corrected. But the comment that I made, I still stand behind it. That's me. You know, so
behind it right with you.
Yeah, that's me.
You ain't by yourself.
Yeah, I stand behind it. You know what I'm saying? So hey, I'm not perfect. I never get on here, Sarge. You know, Roosevelt. I never say I have all the answers. I never say that I'm always right. I never said I don't have that mentality. I don't have that mentality. It's my way or the highway. I don't have that type of mentality. But I got to tell the truth. Yeah. And you're right. You can't argue with facts. Once you show me facts, all you had to do is get on here and tell me. That's all I ask for. If you got the truth, bring the receipts. That's all. I told the brother from 901. I said,
yeah. And what you was talking about.
Yeah.
We constantly
still ain't calling in.
Yeah.
We constantly see the sisters talking about, no, niggas ain't the S word.
Right.
But then whenever they have babies, they're having babies by S word niggas. So make up your mind. You know what I'm saying? Pick a struggle and stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
ain't shit. But every time you turn around, they're having a baby with an ain't S word nigga. Come on now. And since when have all black men become niggas? They see you niggas.
Hey, Sarge, Niger, bro. You know how it go, man. You trying
Okay,
to
well,
yeah.
Okay, Niger. You know what? Them ninjas. You know, I don't know kung fu. I ain't got no sword. What you?
Yeah, but you know what we saying, bro.
You know what I mean. Yeah, I know. I mean, you know what I mean. Like, yeah, I know, you know, but that explain, you know, all of this stuff, just like you said before. Y'all say y'all the most educated, you're the most enrolled in college.
That's
only
it.
Compared to black men.
That's it. That's it.
Okay.
They're not the most educated, they're the most enrolled. Get that? That's facts.
Exactly.
That's facts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna put another theory out there. They don't make more money than men. Period.
They don't.
Period.
On average, men make $2,000 more a year on the low end average than they do.
Yeah, but I just wanted to say that.
And that's what I was
It was a study that was done on that, and they said the reason for it was you have, you know, black women, because they are there with the children and they're more in need because they got the children, ain't got no husband, they'll take a lesser wage than a man would. They did a study on that back in the day. So it's like, hey, you know, well, we gotta stop with all this.
Yeah.
And at no given time did black men ever just up. We ain't had no secret meeting and just all come out and say we don't want black women no more.
No.
We didn't do that.
No, we didn't do that. And you know, just like when President Trump got in, Roosevelt right. They was wishing death on black men. We're not gonna support you if the police kill you. And you will see videos. I'm not saying all women. If this doesn't apply, let it fly. But we've seen videos like that. Thank you, Dr. Love, for your super chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. So
yeah, that's them 92%, as I call them. You know, 92% of them support the Democrat Party.
Right.
So I call them the 92%ers.
Okay. So this is
They got certain there's women who still mad and everything, all because Kamala Harris just didn't get in. And I just hope and pray that Kamala Harris doesn't try to run in 28. Lord have mercy. He needs to go under that rock that she came from. Thank you. Oh, Lord have mercy.
okay. Go ahead, be red.
Even a black woman. That's been a gift.
Hold on, Sarge. Be red.
A black woman.
Hold it, Sarge.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead. Come on with it.
I didn't. Kamala Harris didn't have a chance on winning that if John Kennedy came up out the grave and supported her to be the president. She didn't have a chance. And I wasn't going to vote for Trump because I don't believe in voting for crooked folks.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody that can bankrupt a casino can't manage nothing. There's no way you should be able to bankrupt a casino. That's printing money.
Okay.
But anyway, I digress. We don't stick to the subject that
Thank
we got
you.
here. Hey, it's more important. Mark, can I say something? Now,
when he done, you can, brother. When you're done, you can. Go ahead.
When I went to the box said all white jewelry. That could be 50-50. We still don't know. The fact of the matter is that this type of behavior by law enforcement must come to an end.
Thank you.
I get tired of seeing these scared Caucasian, black brothers in the neighborhood. They're scared of everything. And I told a friend of mine years ago, I said, before I would make a cop, I want to see him walk a beat on his feet in the hood. Get out of that police car and walk the street. Show me that you're a real man. Don't show me standing behind a bulletproof. Yeah, whatever time. Because, see, cops used to do that back in the day when we was coming up as kids. They would be out walking. They got to know the people in the neighborhood. They wasn't no better then than they are now. But at least if you knew Officer Johnson knew your mama. You know, he knew your grandmother. But see, they so scared, they won't get out their car and walk. And they're going to make sure it's 20 or 30 of them when they jump one person. That's fear. That's absolute fear. They don't train these kids to do right. The things that some of they put themselves into is so stupid it don't make sense. You go drag them out the car, put them in the cuffs, put them in the police car, be a professional, do your damn job. All this extra, you sleeping with my girlfriend, and yeah, I've been waiting on you, and all these special forces that they got, that's all crap. These are just goon squads. And sometimes the goon squad kill folks. And as far as if this was an all-white jury from an all-white county, instead of them taking the cops to Sydney Valley, they brought Sydney Valley to the cops. That's all they were. Go ahead, Martin. I'll be on hold.
Go ahead, Young Blood. 0518. Go ahead, Young Blood. Go ahead, my brother. 0518. Go ahead. You wanted to say something. I think that's you said something. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Go ahead.
It's Young Beck, my name, not Young Blood.
Okay, I'm sorry, bro. I didn't know you tell me your name, and I if you don't tell me your name, I'm gonna give you a name. Go ahead. All right.
I thought you knew my name already. I assumed you did.
Okay.
I don't think it's right to speak out on the women issue, as far as this concerning, because nobody probably never know who really the jurors are, because, this is a high profile case. And usually they protect jurors in them circumstances, as far as not putting their information out. That's why I said, at first, a lot of people don't really understand how the process of selecting a juror goes. So it's evident. But I don't think we should. It's true that it's more women enrolled in college than men. Yeah, that's a fact. But, it's more because
all right, somebody. All right, man, y'all got to mute your phone or get to it. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, it's true, but look at the number of programs that they have for women. As far as getting into college, nursing programs, etc. And but it's mainly geared towards women. So, it ain't the fact that they are more in college as far as what is they actually getting out of college, where the lawyers at, where the doctors at. You see, they're not going for them type of degrees for the most part. So yeah, it's a lot enrolled, and it just continue on with the cycle. But I don't think we should put down women on this circumstance, even if it was 10 women.
No, it's not, bro. It's not a matter of put down. It's the truth, brother. It's the truth. It's the truth. We the only race of people that don't have control over our women. Yeah, I said everybody else have control of their women. They get the respect from their women. I'm just telling the truth. We see it all the time. You see it. It's it. For a woman to go on social media and say that they wish death on another black man because they didn't vote for a woman president. That's some sick stuff, brother.
It's men that did the same thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But we're not talking about men. I'm talking about women right now. That's what I'm talking about.
Right.
Women.
That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be I want to say agenda type thing.
No, it's not agenda. But listen, it's facts, brother. Anytime a Kevin Samuels died and women was celebrating because a black man that wanted to bring black men and women together for families, and they celebrate the death of Kevin Samuels. If you didn't like what the man say, don't go on his program. So what I'm saying is, brother, this is, as long as there's a separation between the man and the woman, talking about our people, our culture, we would never be successful the way we can be. We have to stick together. Do you see a white woman coming on social media or national TV talking that I'm a strong white woman? You don't hear them talking that. Only in our culture, black women. Only. I'm just looking, brother. Do you see a Latino woman, a Mexican woman, get up and talk about she's strong? Come on, brother. We have drunk. We drunk with this ideology that they have given us, man. I got to tell the truth. And some people don't want to hear this, brother. It's uncomfortable. I'm not no softball. I'm not no simp. I'm going to tell it just like it is, period. I'm not playing with them. And I'm not gay.
I understand what you
Go ahead, bro.
We ain't got to go into all that about who you is and who you ain't. I'm just saying, as a whole, yes, them things happen. But if we want to continue to lift up our people, we can't. Basically, we indulging in systemic racism. we indulging in hatred towards our women. You see
No,
what I'm
it's
saying?
about
brother, that's not, how's that not hatred? Telling the truth. Brother,
Let me ask you this, brother.
hold it. How is that indulgent hating? And I'm telling the woman what she doing to us. What I'm supposed to be quiet and don't say nothing?
Right.
Come on, brother. No. Go ahead.
Let me ask this question.
Ask the panel.
Where do those mindsets come from? Where do you gotta face the issue where the problem is coming from? Where do those thoughts, the mentalities of the women come from?
He asked a question, people.
It ain't coming from.
Hold it, Bill.
They mamas.
It ain't coming from. It ain't coming from.
You're right, B-Red.
I could tell the brother historically.
Along with what Martin's saying, first of all, you have to identify what a problem is. And then once you identify it, you can't sit back and just expect it to change. There's no other race that go on nowhere. You will not see an Arabic woman, I don't care if her husband or man is kicking her butt 8 days a week. You will not hear them say it. And the thing of it is, black women don't want to be accountable for their bad choices. They don't want to be accountable for raising these heathens, for making 15 bad choices of a bad man. And like B-Red said, they get it from their mama. They be bitter. And then they view, just like Martin said, they start viewing black men and us just like the white men because of they bad choices, they bad experience.
Ask you this question, brother. And I'm not saying nobody's wrong on here. Let's get that straight. I'm pushing this here. Okay, let's say all that's true. All right, you say it came from their mothers, but where did their mothers get it from? It came from somewhere. The root of the problem started somewhere.
Their mamas.
You want me to tell you the root?
Their grandmama. Because at one point, hold on, check this out. It's a couple of us that's up in age, and it does make a difference. B-Red, I'm in my 60s. Sarge in his 60s.
Hey, Bill. Hey, Bill, hold it for a minute. Let me address something real quick. This is not the... April Williams said, nowadays, the women are running the household nowadays. I think she have been a great job being pregnant. Let me just say something to you. Look, hold on. I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna debunk that with one thing. All you gotta do is prove if the women's doing a good job running the household, look at their children. What are the children doing? What are they doing? That's all you got to look at. The children are a reflection to their household. Now, if you was doing a great job, women, just talking about women, it wouldn't be that drive-by shooting, backdooring, snatching and grab. All these little black children we see out here doing things. They got a mama. And most women, they the only women I know always brag about how single they are, but got a man living with them. You single, but you got a man living with you and help you out with the bills. So you want us to give you a pat on the back because you say you single. You're single because it's your choice. Go ahead, Bill. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, but they learned it from their grandmothers. I was saying it's a couple of us that's come from an era where we saw where families had success as families as a whole unit, and our grandmothers and great grandmothers, us in our 50s. Y'all know that no matter what granddaddy was doing, whether he was right or wrong, she might say it to her sister, your auntie or whatever, but they didn't make it public. The downfall of their man, and that seems to be cute these days. And I want to double back about these brothers and these cops doing what they do. It's only gonna get worse because you got a whole new generation that all they do is text, play games on these phones and computers. They don't have no people skills, man, and it's gonna get even worse than what it is now if we don't get a grip on it and show some unity and pray to God that it be a change. That's all I got.
Okay, go ahead, Sarge. Sarge, go ahead.
Oh, all right. Now, the root of it all in the start was in 1974 when women no longer needed their father or husband to sign the dotted line to authorize them to get credit. Now, 2 years before then, maybe 3, you had the Equal Rights Amendment when you had all those black women that rallied with all those white women for equal rights, like black men were bogging them down when that wasn't true. Because if you look back in that era, if the husband was the butler and the chauffeur, the wife was the housekeeper, wasn't she?
Right.
In the same damn house. So black men being down, hold on now. Black men being downtrodden on their women. Black men didn't have time to be downtrodden on their women, because once that black man leaves out that safety, sanctity of their home, the whole world was on the black man back. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember the days of guys coming home talking, they worked at the plant, and they said that they was training up this new one because his uncle was such and such and such, and they're going to have to look for a new job because I'm training him for my job. Because he ain't going to be no regular assembly line worker. He's going to be a foreman. And he's going to take my spot. You see what I'm saying? That's what was going on. See?
So,
and the best feeling for a black... Hold on now.
I thought you were finished. Go ahead.
No. The best feeling for a black man to have back then was all them kids run up and grab him around a leg or anything they get their hand on. Daddy! And you felt like what you was doing in the world was worthwhile. That's what was going on. And the other side of that was, if mama wanted to put the fear of Jesus, God, and all of the disciples in your booty, she go in the kitchen, put her hand on that phone, be like, oh, you don't know how to act? I'm going to call your daddy at work. Oh, man, you be scared to death. You be scared to death. You be good for 2 whole months. I don't know, Dad, because I know Dad going to kill. Mama going to whip me. Dad going to kill me. You be scared to death of that discipline. They ain't got that no more. See? You got all these. I get my own job, and I got my own credit, and they got the worst established credit in the world. And you ninjas ain't working nowhere. Well, who are the human resources people? Y'all go to get jobs. Are y'all talking to a black woman for the interview, or what? Talk to me quick. Don't talk to me slick.
All right, sorry. Let the brother come on, the young brother. Come on, brother.
All right.
So my question still then is this here. What do we do to combat that? Because that's a mentality. You see what I'm saying? No matter how I've been passed down from grandmama or mama or whatever, it still came from outside our households. Them mentality, them conditions, etc. As men and fathers, how do we combat these efforts and agendas that have been put over the decades?
You be so strong of an influence in your child's life that nothing can come between that influence to guide that child to go another direction in life. You got to be a very strong man, and it's in all of us to do. I did it. Martin did it. There's only one thing, and I'm not going to say it, that Martin is kind of like, I'm kind of dissatisfied with this, but in general, we good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, am I lying, Martin?
Yeah. You're lying. No, I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about, Side. What you saying? What? I don't understand.
When you were saying that, okay, Martin. When you were saying, you raise your daughters, they all everything that
Yeah.
they need to be. You just wish they was married though. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
yeah,
You wish
yeah,
they had
yeah.
husbands.
Yeah, that's what I say. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's what
say.
I'm talking about. You was
Yeah,
but
you're
other
right.
than that,
You're
man, they got a 300 batting average. The
Oh,
only
yeah.
thing that you was like, you just wish they had husbands.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's
That's
one thing.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it'll come in time. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have
But
to
I mean,
follow
but I was honest, Sarge. You know what I'm saying? I was honest.
Oh,
You know
no.
what I'm saying? I was honest. I'm not gonna get on here and make like my children super perfect. No, they're not. They regular people. But this is my wish to get you a husband. Son, get you a wife.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it strengthens your bonds when you get together. You know, but when you spread yourself over here and over there, it takes something from you. Takes something from you. Trust me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's all
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's like,
yeah.
yeah. Like when I was talking to you and I said, shoot, mine called me. I said, what did Rico say? I didn't ask him. You got a husband. You ask him first. If you don't know, then you call me. You talk to your husband first. My job is done. See?
Mm-hmm. That's true.
That's how you do that there. You stand in the front of, you do not doggone stand. You do not stand in that man's place. He married that woman. That's his place. You daddy? So what, you daddy? You don't stand in that man's place. You learn how to sit there and not say nothing. And see, that's how women used to do. You used to never hear the doggone mother-in-law all up in the daughter's ear telling her she needs to leave and she needs to this and if you that. It wasn't like that before. Women sat there and be like, well, you better figure it out, baby. That's your husband. All that changed now. Girl, he treats you like a damn dog. No, you ought to leave him. The last thing black women want is a happy black woman in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And they the first one to be in that doggone black woman that's supposed to be their best friend when they break up. They the first woman in they ex-man's bed.
Well, I tell you one thing, Beyonce got her husband. She got a good one though. I don't know how good he is at home, but she got her one. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look at her mama. She out here trying to my memoirs and stuff. I'm like, well, you famous for what, woman? You gave birth to two talented young ladies. That's it. You ain't done nothing. You can't sing, you can't dance, you can't do nothing. Matter of fact, she looked like the dude that played Grandpa Munster on the Munster, Herman Munster.
All right, Sarge, you're going too crazy now. Slow down, Sarge. Let's get back on subject. Let's get back on subject now. Get back on. Yeah. All right.
But see, that's what I'm talking about. When we speak like that on women, yeah, they have these things to shatter up, but that's come to the conditions in society and how they've been raised and taught. And usually it comes from outside of the household. So when we speak we speak a certain way towards these issues, that draws resistance or a wall build up towards men still. See, that's why I say we got to find another way to combat this mentality.
Well, listen.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can talk about that, but yet nobody says nothing when they say nothing about it.
Excuse me, let me finish. When women hear these things, we know we have these women with these mindsets of the examples that y'all have given. I'm not disagreeing with that. But my stance is this. When the women hear us speak on them things in the matter, then we get to going into all the negativity, etc., then that's not uplifting the women. And they're going to draw hatred from women even more towards their own race of people, towards the men. So we got to find another way to combat this issue and this problem. That's my thing.
Okay. Let me say something, bro.
We tried that.
Hey.
What?
Go ahead, Bill.
We supposed to lie and not tell the truth? Just pacify them? That's
the problem.
No,
Later for that.
That ain't what I say.
That's basically what you said.
No,
we got a whole lot. We got a whole lot of time.
No, that's not what I'm saying. You're not gonna put nothing in my mouth. That's not what I'm saying. I haven't said
that's what y'all right here.
I haven't said about the examples that y'all use. But we gotta face reality. You speak of reality. You think how most of these women is, and not even just the women, even the teenage girls. You know what I'm saying? I see how they talk to grown men. You know, like back then, you couldn't be in no grown man face to tell us. I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying we should come up with another strategy, a better strategy of how to reach our sisters. And
okay.
that's what us.
No, we don't need to do a damn thing. We the men. If I gotta step in front of that bullet, you supposed to go hide. No, I'm the man. I'm not doing a damn thing. You know what you're supposed to be doing.
Then why speak on them then?
Because I can. Because I can.
Right.
Just like they can speak on us.
And
just like they can speak on us.
Nobody says nothing.
And that's the same attitude they gonna have, because they can't.
Well, it's not for us to be bending, bruh, slow down. Bruh, that's the same attitude they got when it comes to us. That's why they don't respect us. All that bending over, cow time, smiling, grinning, we tried that shit. And when Kevin told them the truth, they couldn't stand it. Because the truth is the truth.
And then when he died, they wished him dead.
But we the men.
We're glad he died.
You're right, Roosevelt. We the men. You need us. Forget all that nonsense that you've been told. The hell you think you're gonna run through this world? Look at the kids you're raising. All the girls are whores, and all the boys are fishes.
Mm-hmm.
Your fruit is in what you done produced. This is 20 years or more. And this is 20 years or more.
All our daughters and sons ain't fishes and whores. You ain't got that's what I'm saying.
But it's a bigger percentage than it was 20 years ago.
Man, you can't take your family. You can't take your family nowhere.
When you say all, you include everybody. And we have.
He didn't say all.
We have.
No, see, he didn't say all.
He said a whole lot of them. Not all.
He said a lot.
I said the majority.
He said,
it doesn't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. I'll stand on business.
Don't say all. Because when
I will say whatever I feel. I will say all. Because the fruit is in your face.
That don't make
the fruit is in your face, bro. The fruit is in your face. You can't take it. Oh no, brother. No. No, brother. Bro, slow down. I've been married 30 years.
When you
I got control. I got control of mine. Okay.
When you
ain't talking to somebody.
That even includes yours. That even includes yours when you say all.
I don't have no problem with that. I'm gonna stand on all of that. Just so we can get past it.
Can I ask one question? And this is for us that was born in the 60s. We graduated out of high school between 1980, 1985. It wasn't no gay black metropolis city back then. It is today though, ain't it?
Mm-hmm.
Call Atlanta. So somebody explain to me how that happened.
Single mother.
How it wasn't no the black gay capital of the United States. Anything that was a capital of the United States and black didn't have nothing to do with gaiety. Look at what you got today.
That's because more Democrats started getting in office and people became much more liberal. And that's the whole thing, even about that's the reason why I didn't vote for Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris was only going to enforce more of Biden's policies, where they were going to have more rights for LGBTQ, more rights for immigrants, nothing to help black people, no kind of rights to keep us from being killed by police or anything. Stuff for Asians, but nothing for you.
Mm-hmm.
And the only reason in 2022 the doggone anti-lynching bill was passed is because Biden was getting so much flack and hammered for that doggone misguided withdrawal from Afghanistan.
Okay.
Talk to me quick, though.
All right. Let me just say this. We won't get into we already into the gender thing, but let me just say this. Bring it back. But I understand. Listen, trust me. I understand. Listen, I'm not finna be over here bending over backwards for no woman. We got to tell her the truth. A woman don't respect no coward. She respect a man. When a man speak like a man, talk like a man, walk like a man, and stand on it.
Now I know they're gonna win.
You know what I'm saying? That's how we can do it. If we want respect, we got to earn our respect as a man. Oh Lord, I got to mute him because he's talking. He ain't paying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but anyway, I mute him. I thought of this. Who else is that? Let me see who else is that doing it. Okay, I thought I got the wrong person. All right, everybody mute your phone. Mute your phone. Now, one thing, Bill, Sarge, Big Red, listen, everybody mute your phone. One thing I'm going to truly say, you will never hear a black man get on national TV or on social media and wish it all death on black women. You will never hear that. You will never hear that from a man. You would never hear that. Now, I can't say that they don't think like that, but you will never hear a man get on national TV or social media and say, hey, we're not going to support our black women. You ain't going to never hear that. Give women an ultimatum.
If they did.
Right. But we won't do that.
If they did. But it's okay for them to do it towards us and nobody says anything. But if black men were to get on there and say some of the same stuff about women that women have said about us or whatever, we'd be canceled.
Yeah.
I mean, plus, our address and name would be put out. Maybe we stand a chance on being fired from our jobs and everything because we insulted women. But it's okay for women. I wish a woman would call in and just explain to all of us, why is it like that? Why is this? We have this double standard in society to where they can do is say anything, but yet we can't, say anything. It's okay for them to either lie on us. I'm not trying to say that all of them are doing it, but for them to, even cry rape or whatever, and then even when it gets in court, and then they found that they lied and everything, nothing is ever done to them. But any other kind of crime you commit, if you make a false police report, you'll be charged. I mean, I wish somebody would explain all of this because this is just so maddening.
Okay, let me 336. Is that you? He said I muted him. He unmuted. Let's see.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, we got a sister. We got a sister. All right, come on, sister. Y'all, hold on. Before the sister get to talking, please do not interrupt her. Let her finish her point, whatever she got to say. I don't care if you don't agree with it or you disagree with it. Let her talk. Go ahead, my sister.
Okay. So I do see that in the black culture that the black woman and the black man, we do have differences. Okay. What the woman comes up on, and it might be, y'all be like, oh Lord, but this is what's going on. We, okay, I'll give you a personal. I was dating this guy and he wanted me to be submissive. Okay. I have no problem being submissive if the man is doing what they're supposed to be doing. Okay. All right. When I say that, you need to be providing, you need to be protected. You need to, you don't need to look for me to pay all the mortgage and the house bill and the car payment and all of that stuff. And then you want me to be submissive on top of that? Me working and paying the bills, shoot, I feel like I'm the man of the house for doing all that. So a lot of the men need to stand up in a financial part and take care of the family. But a lot of black men want the woman to take care of them. Especially when I was out there trying to date, that's exactly what I was running into. They'll see that I got the house and and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, okay, so you could take care of me. I said, no, baby, I'm not no sugar mama, or whatever they call or whatever. So, but I would love for a strong black man to come in, and take over. I mean, hey, I don't have no problem cleaning, cooking, anything of that nature, sitting down, communicating, but you can't expect to expect something that you can't give yourself. That's just how, but that's what's going on. A lot of men now these days, not you guys, not the strong guys, well, I can't say that because some of the guys now, that's what they want. They're looking for a sugar daddy. They don't want a relationship. They want help. They're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for help, a financial aid person that comes in. Y'all say that the women do that. Coming in and trying to go.
When she done, let her talk. I'll let you respond to her. Go ahead. I want her to talk. Get everything she got to say. Go ahead.
Gold digger and a gold digger. We come in and want a gold digger. We want a man that makes 6 figures, 6 foot, and stuff like that. Got all of these criteria. And I understand that because some women do have that, and they don't have a pot to piss in and a window to throw it out of. So how are you going to expect?
I love being black.
Man making these 6 to 7 digits of money, and you don't have nothing to bring to the table. I think that's bad too for a woman, But in the same token, you got men out there too now. They not looking for a relationship. They looking for help. They got all these babies everywhere by all these different women and stuff, and those the ones, of course, you don't mess with, but still, they can't expect you to pick up that and pay that or whatever. But black women are the least protected. We have to protect ourselves. That's why I guess we're so hard. We've been raped. We've been beaten, even from our own end, from the white man, and we have to stand there every day and be a mother, be an aunt, be everything and keep that in the back of our heads, but keep going, even after all those scars are put on us. So, I mean, if there anything that I can answer, I will. But I just want to say that a lot of men out here now, they don't want no relationship. They want financial aid. That's what they're looking for.
Okay. Now, hold it. Bill gonna go first. Now, she's gonna answer any question. And we thank you, ma'am, for
Bill Martin.
Yeah, okay, you go out to Bill, but I just want to let Bill talk. But I want to say before Bill talk, when you guys ask her a question, allow her to answer it until she done talk, because I don't want to feel like we clobbering her on here. I want everybody to have a freedom of speech. That's our First Amendment right, freedom of speech. Okay, Bill, you first. Go ahead. Got a comment to what she said.
First of all, being that's out here to play on a woman and want a woman to take care of them, that started in a certain period of time. We've seen it. Most of us on here, a man that wanted some money from a female was a pimp. It was a big thing for a while. That's who had the money or whatever. But what women keep diverting from and using excuses is, you pick that man. A man can't go out and have babies and expect a woman to take care of him if it ain't one that gave him a baby will take care of.
Okay, let me answer that.
That was the statement.
Now, I'm out here dating, and I run into a guy that already got all of this stuff already. I'm not saying that I done picked him up and gonna date him, but after we sit down and talk, and he tells me he has 5 baby mamas and 8 babies, I'm like, oh hell, what am I doing here? And then then all of a sudden, then he's like, well, my baby need Pampers and all, and I'm looking at him like, well, what I supposed to do with that? So we're not picking them.
Nothing. Get your hand.
I'm very independent. I'm not picking them.
Let her talk, people. Go ahead.
Out here.
You picked them.
Bill, let her finish. Let her finish, Bill.
Out here dating, you have to talk to people.
Let her finish.
Let's be realistic. Out there dating, you have to keep your mind open. You know what I'm saying, and your options open. Say, okay, I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna talk to him because he's too short, or I'm not gonna vote to. You can't. Some people say no. Let's give people a chance. So you sit down and you talk to them or whatever, and you start talking to them, and you're not dating them. I haven't picked them. These are the guys that are out there. Not all of them. Let me tell you about my black brothers out there. Some of y'all black brothers got y'all stuff together. Y'all strong. Y'all take care of y'all families. Y'all take care of your children. Whether you guys are divorced or whatever, you still taking care of your children out there. So I'm not saying all black men are like that. A lot of black men, I love to see a black man take care of their kids and love on their wife. And I got friends that's been married for 40 years and kids, and I just say, wow, that's cool, stuff like that. So it's not that. It's just that when you're out there trying to date or find someone or whatever, these are the people. Not all, but most of the time, these are the guys that, and I'm going to, I'm not going to no liquor houses and all of this and all that. I'm going to like museums or black celebrations, upscale places, and then some men are scared of women that may be intelligent, or maybe, you think you this, or you think you that, and you just be as down to earth as possible, but because they can't squeeze nothing out of you, or you already seen that game already, and they can't put it on you, then, you a bitch, or you're weak, or something like, you get tired of that too, so I don't know what it is. That we as black women and black men cannot just come together and coexist.
One of us live in reality, and the other one is living a fantasy. That's been this whole problem, sweetie. I ain't lying to you. When you sitting there talking to a dude, he started telling you his problems. That's when you get your head. Because I'm not looking for somebody with a problem.
Well,
I'm just saying, I'm not looking for nobody with a problem. Don't look for nobody with a problem. And number one, just based on what you were saying, you already have a lot of things. So a man don't have to really come hard to get you. And I'm not moving into your damn house. So if I'm living in an apartment and if you like what you see, you like me and I like you, you're going to get your cup of rent, you got to come be with me. See, that's the way it's supposed to work. We ain't supposed to move into the woman's house. That's a failed number one straight up. Because you're giving her the power.
That's a no-no right there.
So you already got a house, and I'm not going to pat you on the back for taking care of yourself. That's what you're supposed to do. What I'm going to tell you is, don't give it no energy. If you start hearing a sob story instead of a story from strength, then you keep it moving. Oh, no. That's okay, bro. I appreciate it, but no, thank you. You got too much for me.
I told you that.
Yeah.
Can I be a bitch?
Well, see, you automatically don't want to deal. You automatically don't want to deal with that person. You got no respect for it.
Right. And then
you're gonna put your problems off on somebody else.
Keep it moving. I got some brothers. I didn't see the game. If they probably made the game. I was cover up for all of them. Go tell her I ain't home. Susie come to the house. She just had Sally to the house. So I'm sitting there, the youngest one. I got 6 brothers, and I'm sitting here like, So I'm like, oh, that's how the game works.
Okay.
Them not
I got a question.
They're teaching me.
I got a question. Did you?
I got one too.
Okay, I got a question for her, and you can answer. I just want to ask the question. Now, did you live with both parents? Were they married? Were they both in the household? To see example of I'm just asking you a question, ma'am.
I see what you're saying. Of an actual relationship, wife and husband relationship. I lived with a single mother. My father got killed.
Okay.
So I did have my father at one time. But then I both, I guess. At one time, but by the time I was almost a teenager, that's when tragedy happened in my household.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay.
So, no, I didn't live all through my life with the father in the house.
Okay. Then I want to say this too, out of respect. I'm not a relationship specialist or anything like that. Don't get me wrong. But I will say, women, y'all can't go out there and live your prime time and do whatever you want to do and date this man, that man with that pretty figure, pretty body, all that pretty stuff. Now you done got old and your bones hurt now. Now you looking to settle down. And men looking right past you. They looking right past you. That's a lot of cases. I got some beautiful daughters. And I pray, and they in their prime. Man, you better lock down, because don't wait till you get 40 years old and it might not happen. Because most of the time in your 30s and 40s, you really don't get married as much. So I'm just saying, so women, you got to make up your mind. What is it that you want to do? If you want to lock down, you want a husband, or you just want a live-in boyfriend or something. I mean, it's different, So I'm just saying. And a lot of times, it's a lot of good men out here. It's just the good men are not choosing the women. The one the women don't want them. There's a lot of good men out here that love on their children. That could be a great husband, but he too lame for me. He don't drink. He don't smoke. He don't do this. I mean, it depends on what a woman wants. What it want. And I hate to use this snippet, but I got to use it. I heard a brother say that women are living so close to a whore. He didn't call them a whore, that they look like one, almost acting like it. And you don't know who's who now. You don't know if she's selling or she's a straight up woman. And I've always heard women say, I got my little skeezer outfit on. Not saying that's you, ma'am. Now, no disrespect. What I'm saying is, I've always been taught that good girls don't dress like bad girls and bad girls don't dress like good girls. There's a difference. Roosevelt, go ahead.
I understand that because I have friends and another thing I need to say, white women are taught to go out there and find them a husband.
Yes.
We're not taught to do that.
Yes.
Okay. Some of us are, but a lot of us are not. We're surviving out here. We're trying to get past the rapes and the and all of it. From the just all of it. We have a lot we had to deal with. And the assaults and the name calling. And if I wasn't a what do they call me? High thought person. I don't care what you say to me. Everybody say you just high strung. I say, yeah. Then I would be succumb to that also. A lot of black women succumb to that. It's not what they call you, it's what you answer to. When you keep hearing somebody calling you a whore and a bitch and all of that stuff all the time, they succumb to that. And you're right. A lot of black women use their body. And I'm so glad. My mother, she was a mulatto. And she was bad, and I was bad too. Mm-hmm. She said, "You're pretty, baby." She said, "But you better go in there and read a book because beauty fades." Mm-hmm. So I was very smart. My mother, she said, I cannot stand a pretty dumb girl. So I couldn't be no pretty dumb girl. And when I got into the world, I saw a lot of beautiful black women. They were so pretty, but they didn't have no brain. Mm-hmm. They wouldn't pick up a book or write or couldn't talk about anything politics. I know my best friend. She was Indian and she was so pretty. She was black and Indian, so hair down. She was beautiful. And she got married at 21 years old. She don't know how to pay bills, She had to marry because she couldn't take care of herself. And when I say that, and her husband knows it. So her husband knows he could do whatever he want to do because she ain't going to leave him. She can't take care of it. She can't pay the bills. She don't know how to pay the light bill or the phone bill or anything like that, because her mother always just put the point on how pretty and how long her hair was and this and that, And then I saw when I was young, we used to hang together. I saw a whole difference from her. I said, oh, her mother is highlighting how pretty she was. My mother said, go in there and read that book. Read that book and come back and tell me what that book meant. Pronounce that word correctly. She would, that's how my mother, and so I grew up like that. But she did, so she don't know what to do.
Well, can I? Well, I tell you one thing. Let me say this: she got a husband, and you don't. So I mean, yeah, I'm just saying she knew something. She knew something. I mean, you got all these worldly possessions. You nice looking. You got your education, but guess what? She got her husband. She got a companion. So I'll say this.
He's a community.
I know, but let me say this. But she got one. Hold on. But she got one though. Let me say this. She got something that you desire.
That's another thing we could say.
Okay.
Just because you say I got a man, you don't.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. She got a husband. Now she can listen. You said she can't pay no phone bill, but she can learn. She can learn how to pay a phone bill. She can learn how to go to work. All the things that you say she can't do, she can learn them. And she got a husband.
Comment?
Go ahead, Bill. I think it was Roosevelt first, but go ahead.
Yeah, I wanted to comment.
Go ahead.
Just divorced,
Go ahead, Roosevelt.
I definitely wanted to comment on something. And I want to ask her some things too. Now, me as a person, because like you said, all of us are not like this or not bad and everything. Because one thing I noticed that in this country, it's some contradictions when it comes down to a whole lot of stuff. If a woman gets with a man who has a whole lot of money, she might not even love him, but yet and everything, she'll still get with him anyway because of the money. Society itself don't say nothing. But then, you could have a man who gets with a woman with money, then all of a sudden everybody's, coming out the woodwork talking about, well, he using her and all this other kind of stuff. It's just like what happened even on this line or whatever, like about a year ago, because everybody knows I'm 51, I'm single. And I'm even visually impaired, but I don't have any children or anything like that, and never have been married. So Martin was up to talking about, helping me or whatever, or, saying if any women are single or whatever, call into the show or whatever. Martin was up to saying, man, I think I probably even want to maybe even sponsor your first date with somebody. And it was somebody who shall remain nameless, of course, who act like they wanted to go out with me only because they weren't interested in me. They were only interested in Martin only footing the bill, in other words, using and taking advantage of the situation. But in American society, they would say that something like that is completely normal. But if it was the other way around, oh man, it would be like the worst thing in the whole world. Don't you think that it's wrong or bad and everything for women, or sometimes women to look at men who might have money or in a good situation and just take advantage of whatever too, and all of that and everything. And then, and I believe ever since the election, it has been a separation in between black women and black men. Do you think that it's right and everything for us to be so politically divided that everybody, they'd rather fight for a so-called non-black woman? Because no, she wasn't black. I don't care what nobody says. All against black men. Do you think that that's right either?
Who's non-black?
Kamala Harris is non-black.
Black? Oh, okay.
She's Indian.
I'm a mulatto, so I can't agree with that.
You a who?
She's Indian. Indian completely.
No, I'm talking about the woman says she a what?
She a mulatto.
Herself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so she mixed up. Okay.
Right. You might be mulatto. She's not even mulatto. She's Indian. Straight up.
So just let it roll. Just let it roll.
I agree with you. I think that, women, them gold diggers that don't, just after the money.
It's for nothing.
Because marriage is sacred. You with that person because you love them. You have your back to death do your part. You're gonna grow together. You're gonna be together. You're gonna raise your family together. You're gonna help his family. He's gonna help your family. You're gonna become one family. But if you are being with someone because of their material stuff, that is so low.
Can I say something?
I think that's just
that it is. But let me just say something. Hold it, Roosevelt. Hold it.
Sorry.
My dear sister, I heard you say earlier, now correct me if I'm wrong, that you meet men and they try to come in, you're not gonna be submissive, you paying all the bills and all that. So my thing is, I never heard you say the word, you said submissive, but I never heard you say the word bill together. Now, you could say, you meet a man, you got your house already, you could say, listen, this house I got, it's mine. I'm going to rent it out. Let me and you start to get us one together. Have you ever thought about that idea? Instead of, worry about the house you got, somebody trying to move in your house, take over all that. You can always rent it out or sell it, and you and the guy together, you can get one together. Y'all can build together. So what's wrong with building?
Okay.
Sometimes, go ahead.
Let me say this. I don't mind sharing what I have, so I didn't mean to come across like that. Oh, I got a house with a car. They don't have nothing. I ain't gonna share with them. They ain't got nothing. No, that's not how I meant to come off. If I came off like that,
right?
I would love if they have their head right and say, "Hey, now I don't have all of this, but I'm willing to help us grow together. Let's sell this house or put this house for rent and we go start over in a new house together. That'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But for you just to move in and, not really contribute, from the ground up, because anybody that's us as Black people, it took a lot for us to get our house and car and, so I had to go in the army and do all of that to get a foundation. People have to work their bones to get a down payment for a house. And you want somebody to see that sacrifice, to understand it. Somebody just moves in your house and they don't know the sacrifice and the hard work to get stuff, they're not going to appreciate it. But if somebody knows that fight and that hustle, it's like, oh, okay, let's fight to keep this. Let's keep this together. Let's build further onto that. I don't mind building further or on it, but don't ask me to be submissive.
See, there you go. There you go. Go ahead, Bill.
I mean, that's supposed to be in your DNA.
Go ahead, Bill.
No.
See?
Mark, I got a question.
Now, the biggest problem I have, and I spoke on it about women being accountable, if you keep choosing the wrong guy and now you single and you raising a kid by yourself and this boy ain't growing up to be.
He's about 30 years old. That's over with.
No, I'm not saying you in particular. I'm talking us as a whole. And you raising a single child, or especially a male, and you coddling him, and he's not growing up to be a responsible man. Then that's a woman producing and cycling the same thing that she says she don't want. Now, the whole thing in a nutshell is we have choices, and historically, men that was in the house and even the ones that divorced or wasn't with their child mother, the mother is the nurturer. She's the one that's putting morals and standards. Dad do more of the taking care of and discipline, and modern day dads are having more input in they kids, especially their male child. But I've seen time and time again a mother not conducting herself right in a womanly or ladylike fashion, and of course her daughter is going to do the same thing. If she's taking care of her son and he's 17, 18 years old and ain't out trying to hustle, and I don't mean doing nothing illegal, shoveling snow, making his chores part of his job, just totally taking care of him, where he's oblivious to what the world is, then you got to take some accountability for that. And it goes for a man, but I see a lot of men. I've seen men personally have a high input on how their kids getting raised in these days and now time. You got men on here now that'll tell you. They just spoke on it. Martin and I believe Sarge. What they tell even their daughters, not just their males, they put more into their daughters to prevent them from to being with a Dusty.
Swinging on them poles.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, let me go to the next person, though. You got to go close it out. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead. All right, Young Blood. Go ahead, Young Blood. You want to ask a question?
Young B, man. That's what's on my name. My name is Young B. My question is this here, man, because I already said my name already. Young Bay. That's YOUNG -B.
I'm going to call you Black Man then. Black Man, that's good. Nah, I ain't going to call you Black Young Bay.
Don't call me no Black Man because you know I'm a Moor.
I know.
Like that.
I know.
I'm not disrespecting anybody. I know you saying that sooner, but you know, I still got to put it out there. I wanted to ask the lady, because she mentioned a couple of times about submission. What is the submission is in your view? Because in all what people say is holy books, whether Bible, Quran, etc., it's going to be submissive to the man, etc. And if the man is wrong, if the husband is wrong, God will punish the transgressor thereof, meaning that the man will be held accountable if he misleads you. So what's your idea of, being submissive? What you saying, I'm not going to be submissive towards the man that you're involved with.
Okay, so this was my thing, and this is a true story. Well, this is what I went through. I went, actually, it was my ex-husband. And he was always talking about submissive. The Bible says, and the Bible says, and the Bible says. But he never kept reading it. He would just stop where it says the woman is supposed to be submissive. But the Bible says that the woman, the man needs to treat his wife like he loves God. And that the man needs to be the head of the household. And that the man needs to provide and protect for the family. He was lacking on a lot of those things, And so, but he didn't mind, expecting or looking at me to take on some of those manly roles that that he's supposed to be taking. I'm a woman. You're the man. I shouldn't be taking the big part of the household or whatever, And, I had a son. I was out there showing him how to play basketball and football and stuff like that. I raised an All-American. He has a ring today for the high school championship. He was MVP. His dad didn't do that. I did that. I played sports. And thankful enough, he got my genes because he was all natural as far as playing sports and stuff. He could play basketball, any ball I throw to him, he could, he was a little superstar around town, still is around town now, where I'm from,
Okay.
And I walk up and people that know me say, his dad must have been good at sports. And the people looked at them and said, that's Gemini the butterfly. She was the one good in sports. It wasn't his daddy. I can tell you that. He got that from his mama. She was out there teaching him all of that.
Okay. Let me get a new caller. I got a new caller. Hold it. New caller. Didn't I just get a caller because I can't see it on the screen? Did I get just a new caller? Somebody just called. No new call.
I heard something about that.
I heard it, but I don't see it. They must have hung up or something. They must have hung up. Okay.
Oh, hey Martin, I meant to tell you something.
Yes,
sometimes I call in and I don't hear anything. Then I got to call right back.
Oh, okay.
To hear the prompts to come in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I know that
may have been what happened.
Okay. All right.
But I'm gonna hang up. All I want to say, black brothers, I love you. I have nothing against you guys. I want to see us as black women and black. I think black love is lovely. I think it's the best thing in the world. And if we can get it right, and shoot, I don't know all the answers. Shoot, I don't know if I'm wrong or if the women wrong. I don't know if the black man is wrong or whatever. But if we can get that black love right, it will be a beautiful thing. That's all I want to say.
Okay, thank you for your patience. We didn't beat you up, did we?
All right.
We didn't beat you up, did we? No, we didn't beat you up.
No,
okay, we should. Okay,
thank you. What black, that's what we should be able to do. I'll call back. I'll be back.
I know. All right. Okay. Anybody want to comment on some things she said? It's perfect. You're perfect.
Yeah, Martin, I got something to say real quick.
Go ahead.
Why is it, and that's another part in society. Why is it and everything, like, let's just say, like, if it was women criticizing us, it's okay. But yet, as soon as we critique them, it could be seen as us beating up on them and everything or whatever. Like, we can never speak the truth, or like we can never ever say anything like according to how we feel because of certain things even some of them have put us through. Me as a visually impaired person or something, I've been put through things and everything. But if I was to go too hard and tell all my stories or something, then everybody would be like, oh man, he's trying to beat up and everything on women. Why do we have to, even when they do something wrong, why do us as men have to protect them so much? I don't get it. We need to stop.
Because society made it that way. And it's been going on.
Society's wrong.
Right. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying society made it that way. I'm just making a statement. I ain't saying who right or wrong. I'm saying society made it that way. And it's been going on for a number of generations. And it's getting worse and worse. So that's why I asked the question earlier, how can we combat that? And I believe Sarge I believe he the one answered and gave a good example of what we should do as men. And for our fathers, being fathers and uncles and brothers, to stand strong, to be strong. But we also got to look at our ways and our errors as well. I'm saying we just shouldn't point that because it falls on both. It's some fathers that be in the household, and I think it myself personally, sitting in friends' house and things, especially when the crack epidemic hit. You know what I'm saying? And the father is unruly. You know what I'm saying? The father is putting the hatred in the child, to hate the father, etc. These been ongoing conditions for generations. So I just put the question out there is, how can we combat these things so we can come up with a solution so we can move forward as a nation of people?
Well, one thing, if we got to come back, we got to talk. We can't be afraid to talk about it. Like you said, we shouldn't say nothing. We ain't got to suffer inside.
I'm sure we be quiet.
Yeah, we're not gonna be quiet. We got to call it out. How you want to? Okay.
No, I didn't say we shouldn't say nothing. I said that we can just beat down because people come from different ways.
Now, brother, listen. This is what we tell the truth, Shane Devil. Only way to be honest with we got to have a serious conversation. Some of these conversations are very painful, but they are necessary. They're necessary. Like a husband and wife, they got to talk it out. Sometimes they have a disagreement. You got some husband and wife, they don't go to bed angry at each other. They try to work it out before they lay down and go to sleep. The disagreement. So they're a team. They know each other's weakness. They know what the don'ts and the do's with each other. Now, let me say this to the lady, Miss Butterfly. You got some men will not wash dishes, but I'm the type of man, I will wash a dish. I'm the type of man, not only wash your dish, I cook too.
And I will too.
You know what I'm saying? I do laundry. So I'm not just gonna limit my role because what work in my house may not work in Roosevelt house. What work in Roosevelt house may not work in my house. So it's all about all this about keeping the peace. You know, we got to work together. Now listen. Now let's be honest. Let's be honest, y'all. Now, if I make more money than the woman, but I got a habit like going to the boat, playing the slot machines, I think she should handle the money because I'm always swallowing the money out. Well, I got my part. Well, man, you crazy. You get that woman your whole check. You know what? I'm giving the whole check because keep me from jacking it off, hanging out with you, spending it all. You know, so that's what worked. So whoever the best financial person with the money, I think they should control the money. I really believe that. Handle and pay all the bills.
Agree.
Now, if you're a beautiful lady and you like high-end purses and all that, and you want to pay $1,500 for a purse without consulting your husband, now that's wrong too. He should know them things. That's wrong.
Agree.
Any major purchase that you purchase, and you husband, wife, you should let your other significant other know. Your husband or wife know. Don't go out there and buy a new car. Then you come home, wife, I just bought a new car. Come on now. You got to talk it over with your spouse. Yeah, I mean, that's just working together. If we're going to work together, that's how you work together. If you're going to build, you got to build. There's so many. Listen, we live in a microwave society. Like the sister said, we want a guy making 6 or 7 figures. We want him tall, 6'1", 225, light skin, long, pretty hair, blue eye, whatever. We got this imaginary thing in our mind. Instead of getting somebody that really love you no matter what. A love that without conditions. Some women would not deal with a man if he or she don't make more than them. They're not going to do it because they're basing your manhood on your value, on your income. Now, if you know she making $50 an hour, you making 15, she probably not going to look at you as a man. You can't tell me what to do because I can make it without you. See, and you got to be careful of that at all times. And men that's making a lot of money. And a lot of women pugging on you, jigging on you, and coming at you. You got to watch yourself too. Because see, don't think your woman don't see it. They know it. You're a nice man. You got it going on. You make a lot of money. Women will talk to you, don't even like you. You're not their type, but they'll find something cute on you in their mind so they can get your money. They know they don't like you. That's why that's why the golden rule is out there. When a lot of women date married men, they know married men pay. They pay for you to be quiet, to go away quietly. That's basically that's what it is. That's basically what it is. Am I lying, Sarge? That's basically what it is. They're not paying you to stay.
And then it's the same, Martin. Let me give you the upgrade on that there. See, what they do is they mess around and catch feelings because they get so used to that man treating them so good. And the reason he treats her so good is because the one at home is a problem for him.
Hello.
It's a problem.
Hello.
So he gonna treat that one out in the street real good so she don't never be no problem. But then she mess around and catch feelings. Now she a problem. He want to go back home. Now ain't nothing, just drama. So that's why I'll be like, man, look, you married, keep your wang to yourself because you're going to put yourself in a worse situation than you was in. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Out here trying to rip and run the streets like you single. See?
Hey, Mark.
And see, that's the reason I'll be honest off the get-go gate. Women get to talking, I'll be like, look, my age, my lifestyle, hey, look, women are for recreational use only. I mean, if you down with it, hey, you know, we can kick it. But other than that,
I'll be getting to get there myself. Try not to, but hey.
Don't be looking for
Big Red, go ahead.
I ain't finna wife nobody up.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah. The hard problem issue I had with what she was saying is you can already tell if you was a single guy around her age, you know, she got everything. There ain't really nothing you can do for her. So, and then I have another issue with, what is your idea of submission? Their idea of submission is, you do what I say, do, get your ass in that room, and blah, blah. No, that's not what submission is. A woman who's truly feminine don't have to be told what submission is, because when she's around real male energy, her femininity kicks in automatically. Because there's no doubt about it. I don't have to switch it on and off based on how much money you got, whether to do what you ask me to do. I always feel like I'm not a tyrant. I'm not going to ask you to do nothing that I wouldn't do myself.
That's true.
That's what submission is. And submission is shutting up when I ask you to shut up. I don't want to hear it. And they have a problem with that because they got something they want to say. You know, and sometimes we get tired of that. What you got to say ain't paying this mortgage. I don't want to hear it. Hush. Because that door opens both ways. You can go out that door, or you can come in the door. But you're coming through my door. Because that's the way it's supposed to be. And we get it confused with this. We're supposed to be with this 50-50 crap. No, I'm the man. I'm going to take care of what I'm supposed to take care of. If you got a house and I got an apartment, guess what? You want to be with me? You got to do something with the house. And I'm not going to tell you what to do with it because it's yours. You do what you want to do with it, but this is where I'm living. You love me, you come be with me. And they have a problem with that. See, real male energy will kick that feminine submissive shit right on in. It's not a whether, well, he ain't making enough, so I can't do what this brother say. No, that's not how this works. Because see, the Mexican man don't have that problem with his woman. He could be digging a ditch. And she gonna do exactly what that man ask her to do. This is the definition of submission. It comes with being a female. When you're around real male energy, when you're around these real brothers, your feminine submissive is supposed to kick in automatically because it's in you to be submissive. You were made to be submissive. You were made to be my partner, my helpmate. Not my boss, not my chauffeur, not my driver's ed teacher, all the stuff that Bernie Mac was talking about. They want to be your teacher, your uncle, your brother, your daddy. No, I don't need you to do nothing but what I ask you to do. And I'm not going to ask you to do nothing that I would not do or cannot do for myself. Let's reverse this BS, because this is what it is. We need to do the reverse. Right. Because see, we have been submitting to them. And they don't respect it. Mm-hmm. So when we come with real male energy, I'm almost done, brother. When we come with real male energy, your natural submissiveness is supposed to kick in. This is supposed to be natural to you. It ain't supposed to be whether about how many Benjis I got in my pocket. Because if it's about the money, I'm gonna make you do all kind of shit because I'm paying for it. Facts. If I'm paying for it, I'm gonna make you do worse than I would be if you were just my submissive mate. But if it's gonna be about the money, yeah, it's supposed to be natural. And if it don't kick in until the money kick in, then that's what I'm saying. This subtle prostitution that they got going on, it's the same as the chicks. I'd rather the girl be straight up. I'd rather you be straight up. Don't try to do something else. Because the money is there. He gonna pay bills, girl. He gonna do this. We've heard y'all talk. Oh, girl, he gonna do this. He gonna do talking about buying me a car. And blah, blah, blah,
we know
blah,
how
blah.
they talk.
Yeah, we know how they talk. We know how they feel. Yeah, we feel the same damn way. We feel the same way. But see, if you are a genuine woman, a genuine person, when that real male energy steps to you, your submissiveness automatically sticks in. It ain't got nothing to do with the goddamn money. Because the money can't hold you at night. The money can't make you go, ooh. The money don't do that. How you feel about me do that. And so if I'm a good man, I'm not going to be a tyrant when I'm asking you to do certain things for me. Because if you can't, then I promise you I can find somebody who'd be glad to be here. And I tell this to anybody. I've told this to my 30-year wife. Hey, you ain't got to be here. You tell me how many women wouldn't want to live in 3,000 square feet in a gated community. Shit, I provide. You don't have to be here. I can replace you tomorrow.
You can leave.
It ain't about
the song.
It ain't about. See, it's not about the love. That's where they get it confused. When it comes to marriage, love ain't got to do with marriage. Okay, get it through your heads, men and women. Marriage has nothing to do with love and your happiness. Marriage is service. I'm going to serve you, and you are going to serve me. And we're going to keep it like that, because when the love is gone, they didn't tell you, they forgot to tell you, it don't last forever. When the love is gone, you still got the service. You
That's
still
right.
got the service. That is your contract of marriage. I'm going to serve you, and you are going to serve me. And we're going to forsake all others over this service. Not over the money,
That's
not
right.
over because you're not happy today or you're not happy next week. It's not about your feelings. Your feelings ain't got nothing to do with marriage. Nothing.
Mhm.
And I'm not a nasty person, so I don't mind washing my dishes or mopping my floor or cleaning my bathroom or vacuuming my hall or cutting my grass. This is just grown folk shit. And we make it like it's something special. It ain't nothing special. You ain't supposed to be nasty. Your kitchen ain't supposed to be running over, trash running over. And your house ain't supposed to be a damn mess. That say a lot about the person that you are. It ain't got nothing to do with that other stuff. I don't need my wife to tell me to wash this and they piled up in the sink. Matter of fact, I freak out when I see a glass or a fork in there. But I don't go get on her ass about it. I clean the damn thing because it's my house. Are we on the same page, Martin, or what?
I feel you. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't think I don't agree with the love. But I don't think I don't agree with the love, because sometimes love it'll make you stay when it'll make you do things when when this thing fall apart, because you got something.
Don't think clearly.
Okay, well, let me just say
Don't
this.
think clearly.
If a man loses his job, okay, you the sole provider at your home. You lose your job. You've been taking care of your wife for 30 years. Now you done took sick. You're not able to operate your vehicle and all that. It's gonna take her love to stay with you. Okay, this man can't do nothing. I gotta flip him. I gotta change him. I gotta take him to the doctor and all that. That could be frustrating. But by the love that she had with you, she's gonna stay there and toil with you and work with you and treat you as if you was just going out there every day working. So that love will supersede everything, the finance and all that, because sometimes the finance is not always going to be there, because people buy homes, they lose them. They can't, or they sell them. So it's that love that's going to really keep that bond. It's the love. It's that love. At the end of the day, when all else fail, that love going to really keep you guys together. Keep you together. But let me go to new caller. 917. Come on, Tiffany. I think that's Tiffany.
Hi.
Hey,
How
Tiffany.
Are you?
Good.
Hey. I just wanted to say that the gentleman, because I've been sitting here listening, the gentleman who just spoke saying that it's not about love, it's about everything else. Charleston White says that. The Southern guy. Charleston White says the same thing he said. It's about building and growing with each other. It's about building and growing with each other. That love comes eventually, but eventually that love will come eventually, but it's about building and growing together.
But that's
I just wanted to say that.
Okay, but Tiffany, let me just say this. Charleston White is not one of our mottos here. That guy's an idiot. That guy, whatever gonna spark some controversial and get paid, that's what he's saying. He don't care about no truth. That man don't care about it. He gonna tell you something he don't care about the truth. He don't even care about black people. I mean, that's just every time I see him, he's a disappointment to me. He's getting worse. Every year he getting worse and worse, Tiffany. I'm sorry. Now, do he say a lot of truth? Yeah. But it's bundled up with a lot of lies and comment. Then when you call him on a carpet, oh, that's just a character to me. No, ain't no character. It's true, brother. You dealing with people lies. Right. When you go out there and say things, man, people believing in you, they go out there and make a mistake and ruin their life. That's why you have to be careful what you say. You could say, hey, this is just my opinion. Like me, when people have problems in a relationship, I don't say nothing. I just listen, because I didn't put them together, and I definitely ain't going to break them up. And the only time I'm going to say something if it's one of my daughters. I got to keep it real with her. But it's two grown people, I listen. I just listen. So I just be a listening ear. Because if you say something and one of them persons in a relationship go back, that's why Martin told me to leave you alone. Now they both mad at you and speaking to you. So they could never say that I ever tried to tie anybody apart. I don't do that. I learn through experience. Just be quiet and listen. That's it. And even hold your opinion. Well, what you think I should do? I said, I have no comment. I didn't put y'all together. I ain't gonna break you. I'm just here to listen. And that's it. That's it. That's it. I don't do it. Hey, brother. I play it safe, brother. I play it safe. Serious. They go for boyfriend, girlfriend, because man, I have given some stuff out, man. When I'm go back and say that's why Martin said I should leave you alone. Now they both mad at me and they don't want to speak. You know, and sometimes women will make their boyfriend or their husband choose is me or your friend. And you know, come on now, that's not a hard decision. Man gonna choose his woman if he love her. So I don't never want to put myself in a position like that. So I always be a listening ear. Sometimes just listen to people, it helps them. You know, just listen to them. You know, they just want to, you know, pour out a little bit, you know, and listen. That's what I do sometimes. You know, that's why I'm a great listener. Some of y'all be like, man, Martin, you're so patient, because I want to hear you guys. I want to listen. Sometimes I've let people rattle out on here. Last week, Tiffany and Sarge was going. I just sat back, just let it get it all out. Once they got it all out, I was cool. But y'all go ahead. Did anybody else want to say anything? Because I'm about to get off here.
Yeah, I was trying.
Go ahead, Sarge.
Oh, she can go ahead. Oh, me?
I was just saying that. I wanted to just say that a lot of our Black females are so successful because of welfare. When you have the children and you have custody of the children, then you get all the benefits from it. And it's the only reason why so many of them have money. But we do need to learn. And I'm not talking about everybody, because there's no such thing as everybody. But we do need to learn to submit to our men, and then we will be able to grow a relationship and a bond together.
Okay, Martin. Now the sister that was earlier, she was talking about how so many of they kitty men took. I just say it like that, but you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now you and I just did the numbers on that. You know that white men are taking kitty cat at 3 times higher the rate than black men. That is a fact. That is a fact. And if you look at the birth ratio between black women and black men, it's 2 to 1. I don't know why it's that way, but that's what it is. Then when you take into account all of it, oh my goodness, can I finish? Then when you take, now see, Martin, I didn't even provoke that, did I?
Go ahead, Sarge. Go, Sarge. Go, man. We try to get out of here.
No,
go, Sarge. Go. Okay.
I'm trying, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't provoke nothing. Now, you got
so butthurt, don't he? He just is so butthurt.
Tiffany, leave him alone. Tiffany.
Oh, here we go.
I sent Martin your videos. You a white woman. Stop playing like you black. Okay.
Oh wow.
I'm not white.
Oh wow.
Okay. Well, it was your Facebook page.
You're married to a white woman. You're married to a white woman.
Okay, y'all. I'm finna end it.
Martin, didn't I send you pictures of my wives?
Yeah. He said.
That's enough.
Hey, Martin, did I text you pictures?
Yeah, you did text me.
And you can look at the children and know, okay, I ain't married to no white woman. The bottom line up front is she comes in to get upset with me because she's a white woman. She wants some soul pole. And if you look at
oh God,
Sarge, I can't take it today.
Look at the Facebook page.
I can't take it. Sarge, she ain't, listen, she mixed, brother. She definitely mixed, bro. That big old booty on her, she mixed. Okay.
Wow. Like I said, hey, as soon as she typed in there, I'm on the phone in Facebook. I'm like, oh, really? Blonde hair, blue eyes. But you know what's funny about them women like that, Martin? When it come to making a baby, they sure always get pregnant by white men. That's how them great girls roll.
Okay, well, sorry, let's.
They'll parlay with black men all day long. They'll parlay with them all day long. But when it comes to making a baby,
y'all know Sarge petty. Sarge, come on, man. Sarge, please, Sarge, come on, man.
No, I'm serious.
Okay, let's not get personal. But but Sarge, she is mixed though. She is mixed. Okay. All right, she's a black sister, so she might identify more with the white side, but she definitely got black in her all day. So, she, you know.
Oh yeah, well hell, Jennifer Lopez got plenty of black up in her too.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Sarge.
When I was talking about the other situation, when you got them that's over 35, I mean, it's like, hey, you know, that I put information out there was like, hey, sisters, if y'all over 35 and you got a husband, you better keep them because it ain't nothing out there after that. That's it. Okay? You ain't gonna run into nothing but like some me's. And when I say me's, I'm talking about me. You for recreational use only. Ain't no rain, you just get that thing. I don't give a damn about you, because it's like this. When I go to the upper room and I kick the doggone bucket, hey, all I got going to my kids. I am not going to get married to no woman, leave her entitlements or nothing, because she didn't help me build anything over time. You see what I'm saying? So I think about myself when it comes to my net worth.
Well,
my net worth is going to my children.
We know you think about yourself. We know you only think about yourself. We know that.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna.
Right.
Hey, Sarge, we're gonna close it out, man. I'm gone, man. Tiffany, I'm sorry about saying you got a big old booty. I want to apologize. I should have said that, but it is true. I ain't lie. Okay, I didn't lie.
I've seen a video working and shit like a little whore.
Oh, God.
See, Sarge, come on, stop it, man. Stop it.
Okay.
Tell us everybody.
Yeah.
Small dick ass.
Yeah, see? Hey, I'm gone, y'all. I'm gonna cut y'all off. I'm gone. That's it.
A guy said, "By now, you must be gay."
I'm gone, man.
But that's all right, though. You know,
I can identify a big dick acting person versus one that has one.
Oh, wow. Tiffany.
somebody that got light-skinned, pretty privileged.
All right, y'all.
Pretty privileged because they biracial.
All right.
You ain't got enough black in you. Okay?
All right, people.
You a mulatto.
Okay,
I'm a Louisiana Creole. That's different. You a mulatto. You a mulatto.
You piss color too. Stop
You a mulatto.
Okay, I'm finna mute y'all.
50-50 had it. Don't know which way it wants.
I'm muting y'all. That's it. I'm muting everybody. That's it, y'all. We out of here. I can't take it no more, man. I did this last week. I can't take it today. I can't. I'm out of here. All right, people. Y'all already know what it is. You already know what it is. Live, uncut, unedited. Tell the truth. And what? And shame the devil. I want to thank YouTube. I want to thank Twitter X. They was on here strong tonight. Facebook, you was on here strong tonight. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, guys. Make sure you like the video, share it, send it to somebody. Actually, it was a two-part show. We talked about Nicholas and we talked about women and so far black relationship. Maybe we'll come back again tomorrow and talk about it. So thank you so much, people. I got you.